Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal.
I'm going to show you how great I am.
Gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Njabulo James, the host of the NJ podcast, where we talk to people from all walks of life, whether you've made it, you're on your way to making it, whether you're an entrepreneur, a business person, employed, self-employed, into fashion. It makes no difference, because I honestly believe that we can learn lessons from everyone. It doesn't matter which walk of life that you're on. And the premise of the show is based off of my favorite tagline, which is: success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. That means that you are going after what you've always wanted to go after, and not because somebody else is pressurizing you to do so, because that is the only way that you're going to live a fully inspired and successful life. And on the show today, I have got very excited. Very excited. I haven't seen this person in 11 years. Well, I saw you last week. But it
was 11 years.
Yeah, 11 years. 11 years. What was I doing 11 years ago? I don't know. We went to the same church together. Yeah. She was my matric farewell date. Hey, you there? So I'm just going to read out her bio, and we're going to have quite a fantastic time. So, Dudu Ntuli, she is 31 years young. She studied copywriting at AAA School of Advertising. She is currently working as a Jnr Account Exec for an advertising agency. She is passionate about singing, fashion, and funny enough, passionate about her 9 to 5. She loves reading, connecting with people, love, and the Lord. Wow. What she also didn't mention. What she also didn't mention on her bio is that she is straight talk talent.
No!
Like it is. She tells how
that's a misconception.
Is that a misconception?
I think that's a very big misconception.
Is that a very big misconception? Oh,
it's
well.
The aura.
Oh, okay. Well, listen. I just told the people.
I
just told the people during the people that she's straight talking talent. She tells it like it is. Okay, great to have you on the show, Dudu.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, definitely. So I will, other than the bio that we just read in, I'll give you a couple of questions. First one, we're going to just have a conversation. This is not an interview, guys. First of all, this is not an interview.
This is my first podcast.
This is the first podcast. Like
I'm honored.
So are you honored? Are you honored?
It's like the matric dance.
Yes.
You were honored.
Yeah.
I'm honored.
You're honored. You're honored.
I'm honored.
So I'm your first one.
Yeah, I'm breaking my podcast virginity.
Yeah, definitely.
Today.
Yeah, I've been doing that a lot lately. Yes.
You've been breaking a lot of virginities, Njabulo.
Podcasts.
A lot of podcast virginity.
Yeah. You're giving people a first time experience with this, and it gets people out of their comfort zone. Because people are like, oh, we've got all the studio equipment. Oh my God, it feels so serious. I'm like, yeah, it is serious.
No, it is serious.
Yeah.
No, it is. Once you see the mics, you're like, oh,
yeah,
shit.
I spent all this.
Wait, hold up, people. I just need to read a book or two before I come onto this podcast.
No.
I need to read a book or two.
Well, preferably my books.
Of course. No. I had to.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff in there.
Good
So,
stuff.
just to give the people a sense of who and why is Dudu. Just from the core of your soul, just share who you are and things people might not know.
Okay, so Dudu grew up in a church environment.
Yeah.
Very shy, very reserved individual. I think because my parents were so traditional, we were kind of boxed into a way of life and a way of living.
Yeah.
So we kind of we saw them as our example of what life should be. In terms of your morals and your values, we got all of that from them. So you'll see in our upbringing, we were brought almost the same.
Yeah.
We know the same things.
Yeah.
We like the same things almost. I think it's only when we grew up, we then kind of started defining what each person likes, what they don't like, what works for them, what doesn't work for them. But my upbringing was very, very straightforward.
Yeah.
Very traditional.
Yeah.
And it influenced a big part of who I am today.
Yeah.
And I think it still does, because a lot of things that I still do are from what
way
my
back
mom,
then.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are some of those things that you still do?
I think the first thing that really stood out for me was the fact that I got married. Okay, I got married younger than what she did, but I got married a virgin.
Yeah.
And that's what she did.
Oh, well
And
done.
she taught us that, you know what, my children, when I got married, I was this age and I was still a virgin.
Yeah.
And that is the right way of going about
Yes,
it, because then we're avoiding having a fatherless child, or you're avoiding your child growing up to have daddy issues.
Yeah, you're avoiding August.
So that you're avoiding you're avoiding that.
Yeah.
The other thing that what else do I still take with me from her? Marrying someone who is also of the same belief or faith that you are, that helps in terms of just your how you guys get along, and how you guys then move forward, building a united front. Because it's so important that you guys both believe in the same things.
True.
Because that then filters into how you raise your kids, how your finances, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
The finance thing also. My parents were not very.
How not chill it? Have you seen that?
No.
Have you seen
Like,
that?
my parents
Have you seen
were-
that meme?
No, I haven't.
I'll share it with you.
Am I behind with that?
No, it's not that
Is it
you're
an old thing?
No, it's been out quite a while.
Okay.
But for me, I find it
Okay.
funny. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll share it with you.
Yeah. So finances was also one thing that I feel like filtered into my adulthood, because we were never really taught, like, okay, guys, when you get a job, you do ABC. You first save, you do this, you do that. Like, my parents never. I don't remember having a conversation with them where they were like, okay, I want to you do this, you do that, you do that.
True.
So that for me is one of the things that I feel
was
very
lacking. In your upbringing, and that thing is important. It's really important. You find out when at the end of the day you've got all these bills and you've got zero money in the bank and there's nothing in savings. Your investments have gone down. You're like, hey, actually, you should have prioritized this.
If my parents did kind of give us some sort of guidance, I think maybe things would be different. But that for me, like, I would love to teach my daughter, guide her, more so, you know, because like that filters into your life to the point where, like, when stress goes on, like, guys,
everything comes down to
my
economics.
shoulders are sore, like, you know, yeah.
So, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is that financial, or let's say economic significance?
Like a 9.
9.
A 9.
Yeah.
A 9, because everything you do involves finances in today's time.
Yeah.
Like yonke into. I don't care. Like nonke. Like all of like everything yonke into is affected by the way you think about money and how you spend your money and how you plan for your. I think that for me is so important.
Yeah.
So important. Yeah. So I give it a 9.
You see, give it a 9. I'd give it an 11.5. Yeah, because everything has an economic activity associated
to
it.
Into, guys, it's scary, but it's a reality. And I feel like if we were taught better, I would probably have a different attitude towards money. And a different view of money. Because right now I'm just that's another topic for another podcast.
Another podcast.
Yes,
it's like,
I'm inviting myself.
You can invite yourself. Yeah, one of the things that I'll do is start bringing on financial experts. When I say financial experts, people who've actually done something with their money. They've bought properties. Like I had a lady on. She's actually my landlady. So, like, she's got multiple properties, and she just shared some of her insights there. And, like, when I say financial experts, people who've done something with money. Not you graduated from university and you became a financial advisor. No. You've got the scars of business war, so they like to call it, that you've actually gone out, you've failed, you've bought this stock, you've bought this, you know what works, you know what doesn't work, you've built a business, sold a business,
you've been broke,
you've been broker than broke, you've been poor. You know what poor is?
No.
Poor is a level below poor.
Really?
At least
P-O.
poor, P-O, yeah.
Oh, so
because poor has got the O and the R. Poor is just P-O.
Okay.
Yeah, so like those are the people that I bring on, because I honestly think it all comes down to a thing of education. If you're educated about it, then your life is going to be a whole lot easier. Yeah. So like, so what else did your parents or like or things did you take from your childhood they're still prevalent today?
Wow. I think growing up, being shy, has kind of helped me almost subconsciously be in control of what I address and what I don't address, and what I react to, what I don't react to.
Yeah.
Because we were very shy, so we were very much reliant on my mother, because she was the you know, she's my mom, and everyone, like all three of us, because we grew. So the my older sister, she's a year older than me. Then it's me, and then it's my younger sister.
Yeah.
So we all kind of grew together as a team.
Yeah.
And my mom was like the only person that we were almost not shy with. So in public we were very shy, and I find that growing up, that helps me in terms of what I address, who I address.
Yeah.
When to talk, when not to talk.
Yeah.
And for me, it's about just the control that I'm able. For me, it's just about controlling, like that kind of stuff. So I think that helped me. In as much as it was a bad thing back then. Oh, abantwana bakho basaba, like, why are they so quiet? Like, yeah, bitch, there's a reason. Look at me today.
They beat us at home.
Yeah,
I'm joking.
yeah. But for me, it was seen as a bad thing. But growing up, I'm like, okay, I understand why I'm so patient. I understand why sometimes I just keep quiet, and I'm just like, this nigga, like udlala ngami, like live, and I'm just gonna sit here and look at him and say nothing. Yeah. So I think that also
I think that's it's a good
quality.
It's a good quality, but it can play against you. When has it played against you? When has it?
I think
you keeping
my
quiet.
Marriage. That played a very big role, because I was very quiet. I was almost, even, I think the first year of my marriage, my then husband was actually reached out to my pastor, or our pastor at the time, and he's like, you know what, Dudu is so quiet. Why? Like, akakhulumi. He literally said, he's like, akakhulumi.
Yeah.
And it wasn't because I didn't want to talk. I think it was because I was quiet in the sense that I didn't know, like, how do I approach certain things? Like, for me, I don't know. And as honestly, being tagatiwe, I don't know. Because it's KZN. I mean, at the end of the day, the province is known for that. But we're not there. We're not there.
We'll get on to that.
But I was quiet, and that played against me big time, because then I was not able to express how I feel, or to express the problems, And I've said this even on social platforms. I wish I communicated more, because maybe I would not be. Maybe I'd still be married.
Yeah.
If I just said, no, I don't like this. I like this. Maybe I'd still be married.
I've heard a lot of people suffering in marriages because they don't voice their frustrations. They don't voice what's bothering them. They don't voice, and they don't even talk about the good things. So So how did that end up playing out?
Were they good things? I think that's the first question.
I believe in every situation there's an opportunity, and for every bad situation there's a good situation.
No, man.
There has to be both sides, I think.
I think I was young. That's
How young
the
were you?
first. I was 22.
22.
I was 22, fresh out of varsity.
Yeah.
First time living with a guy.
Yeah.
I've never lived with another man besides my father.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to act.
That's true. That's traditional. That's like really, really traditional. Yeah.
I don't know how to act. I don't know this person from a bar of soap. And I'm not saying this because we didn't date, but it was a long distance relationship.
Yeah.
And it's only when we got married that we actually then started to get to know each other. So we didn't have that opportunity to kind of like be like, oh, I know you. I know what you like when you're angry. I know what you like when you're sad. I know what you like when you're whatever.
So you guys didn't really.
So we didn't really get to know each other.
Lay that foundation. Okay.
So when I moved in with him, it was almost like, yeah, we're cool, we're friends, we get along, but how do we communicate? I think our expectations were not even communicated in the beginning. Ooh. Which is very dangerous, because I think expectations should be communicated while you're still dating.
Yeah.
Otherwise, then nishatilan, because Anna's like.
Yeah, what's going to happen?
Yeah. So I feel like that for me, I think it still affects me till this day. Which, what, you didn't talk. Awukhulumanga.
Yeah.
And look at you now. Awukhulumanga.
Yeah.
Because awukhulumi.
Yeah.
And people are like, no, she's a straight talker. I'm like, nah, bitches.
Is that not the
when
case?
I was married, I was a mouse.
You're a mouse.
I would barely say a thing. I was
Hey,
scared
Mickey
to.
Mouse.
I was scared to even like give an opinion. He'd be like, look at phela lo mfana wenzani, you know, even like stupid things like, look at Generations. Usbanbani is playing Utawu on
Do they even
whatever.
still? Does Generations still even play?
No, it does.
Does it?
It's called Generations the Legacy.
Is it?
Generations the Legacy.
The Legacy.
The Legacy.
Jeez. Okay. Yeah.
Don't ask me how I know that. Because I don't watch it.
You don't watch it?
No.
Don't you?
No.
Yeah, I haven't watched Generations in forever.
I don't watch it.
Forever, ever. I'm on that Netflix stuff. But anyway, carry on.
Everyone's on the Netflix stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Even stupid things like just making a comment about someone on TV or making a comment about who's wearing what and why they're wearing it. I couldn't talk. It was almost like Nismumu. But there's a Zulu word for it, like a proper Zulu word.
I don't know
I
what
think
the
it's
proper.
Mungu.
I don't know what the proper Zulu
but
word is.
But there is a Zulu word, and I'm grateful for KZN, by the way, because the Zulu that they've taught me it's beautiful.
Yeah,
I can speak proper Zulu. Guys.
I say to myself, I need to learn the
you need
proper.
to
Yeah,
know
I need to learn
your
the proper.
Q's and your G's and your X's and.
There's like proper elocution
Beautiful.
lessons here.
You did.
And the intonations and
I'll
everything.
teach you.
Yeah.
And how you go low on certain words and how you high pitch certain words and you're like, and how, it's beautiful. But anyway, yeah, so it's the small things that I couldn't even comment on. So for me, communication is like the number one thing that I look for when I do eventually venture out into the world and look
find
for,
yourself a man.
Yeah.
So you're like so based off on we'll get into the intricacies and what you learned from the first marital experience. So you're not one of those first and only. Are you done now?
No. Ask your question.
Are you done?
No, we're gonna get into that when you do ask me about it. Yeah.
Oh my goodness! So I was asking. So you're not like one of those because I have heard cases of women who, after they get married, they're like, I am completely done with men forever, because they've gone through such a traumatic experience. And I've heard of people going through traumatic experiences with regards to marriage. Some of their faults, some of the other person's fault, and regardless whose fault it is, they went through tough things. Like I've heard a story of they got divorced, and her ex-husband was bipolar and pathological liar. I don't know what pathological liar is. Someone who lies by default. That is umqambi man.
Like it's a disorder. It's like almost like a thing that you do all the time.
It's like you like sometimes there's this deliberate lying of saying, for example, hey Njabulo, how you doing? I'm okay, but like I've also got issues. I mean that's a white lie. It's more of a one, not normal. It's more of like a white lie.
Everyone does it.
All of. All of. But then there's a pathological lying, and I'm open to being corrected here. Is you lie where there's absolutely no reason to lie. So where were you this afternoon? Someone asked me where was I on Saturday at 11:30, and then I go off and say I was in Sandton, or I was in this country, and there was no reason for you to lie. So then the entire existence is a complete falsehood. A person with a pathological liar lies by default, the lies by compulsion, and it's their nature. They're lying, even though they don't have any reason to lie. I need to do some more research and reading up on that. That's the most basic about it that I know. Pathological lie. So now, who are you in a relationship with? Then do you even know who you're in a relationship with if the person is constantly lying? So then after that, they're like, I can't deal with that. So is that your worldview? Of me, like to say you've gone through a marital experience and now you're like, I'm done, it's over, I'm done.
I think when you first decide that you're done with your marriage, you have that view.
Okay.
Like, I want nothing I feel nothing. I feel nothing for this opposite sex.
Yeah.
And then for me, I went through like phases. You go through phases.
Yeah.
Because you're sad, then you're happy, then you're depressed, then you're this, then you're that, then you're like, oh flip, I'm not attractive. No one's gonna like me. I've got a kid now. Like,
your self-worth is questioned.
There's a whole lot of dynamics to it. And at first you're like, I'm funmund, until that one person uyaknaga, or that one person really sees you, and then you're like, oh, so I'm still attractive. Oh,
I still have some worth.
So I'm still smart. Oh, so I'm still this and this, you know. And then, sorry.
No worries.
I'm still this and this. And then after a while, you start realizing, okay, I still have it, and I can potentially still be with someone.
True.
But then you start understanding, or you start drawing or having boundaries of how far you want things to go.
Yeah.
So you'll kind of be like, okay, I'm open to a relationship, but I'm not open to get married again. Like for me, it was like, I see that people see me now.
Yeah.
I see that what my husband did not see is actually... like, you got it, girl, you got, like, I still got it, you know. But how far I'm willing to take it, I don't think I want to get married. I believe in love. I believe in the union of marriage. I don't believe that I want to get married, and I don't want to get married again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just based on the experiences that you've been through.
Just based on that one experience. And I know sometimes experience, we can't base things on just one thing. It has to be like a couple of things for you to be like, okay, you know what, I've made up my mind. And people do always say like, no, you're going to meet the right one, and then you will get married again. And I'm like, honestly, I don't really think it's about meeting the right one. It's about my mental, like what I think. And if I'm one of those people. If I make up my mind, my mind's made up. Yeah. If I'm leaving you, I'm leaving you. If I'm blocking you, I'm blocking you. It's just that. Yeah. It's neither here nor there. So if I'm like, I believe in love, I would love to be loved, and I'd love the opportunity to love someone and show them that I'm actually capable of doing that. Sure, let's go for it. But as far as the union of marriage and the no, grand.
Umnandi.
Aye.
So mad.
No.
Or you could just do what some other women do, just join someone else's marriage, you know?
No. Actually, I've been approached.
For a stem?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How did that go down?
The guy was very attractive.
Yeah.
Very successful.
What happened?
Sorry, no. The guy is very attractive. Sorry.
Yeah,
no. After when we go to a break, I will be dropping the numbers.
Just a segue on that. Like, an interesting thought came by my mind. You know, girls are like who get out of a relationship, then then another guy starts approaching them. Yeah. And then they get into another relationship, and then they start comparing. My last relationship was like this. They'll say stuff like, my last boyfriend was like, he used to pay the rent, the car note, he used to buy me clothes, and used to buy me some food. I'm like, why do you keep on doing that? Yeah. I would be like, yeah, let's get him back here. Buy me some stuff.
Get me some clothes.
You can get me some clothes.
Pay me my rent.
Yeah. So we'll get into that, comparing previous relationships and bring it into the present one, because I've been there and I've done that. It's not necessarily the best way for you to move forward. So what did this very successful, handsome, attractive, wealthy guy who you turned down to join in
I think
a polygamous marriage?
I turned him down.
How dare you? We could be rich together now.
I think my issue, my biggest issue, the issue wasn't an issue of attraction or an issue of whatever.
Yeah, so what was the issue?
It was an issue of, I don't feel comfortable in sharing you with two other women.
Two other women, so it's not just one.
Yeah.
You don't share. But
because like I feel like I come from a place where I wasn't validated new one.
Oh, by yourself.
So much feeling share food. Guys, no. I was like, no, I'm great.
You must in the bigger picture.
No.
Some people get married for money.
It's not about the money.
We just talked about economics a couple of minutes ago.
I think I read something in your I think it is your book.
Yeah. Inspired Success, or was it which one?
It was saying, Uti, you know how they say money makes you happy?
Yeah.
Something about
They say money can't buy happiness, but everybody wants to find out for themselves. Everybody wants to find out for themselves.
I could have opted for it, but it wasn't. No, it's not me.
Yeah, it wasn't part of your values.
It's
not you.
It's honestly not me. Like he's a good guy.
Yeah,
but
it's not you.
No.
I mean, I spoke to another guy. I'm like, okay, so would you consider Tim, which is like, I'm gonna show you with another guy.
No.
And I'm like, why not? And she was like, well, this is like the modern girls, right? I don't know what modern girls is actually. Let me catch myself out.
What is it?
I don't know. I just caught myself out.
No, modern. Okay.
Not necessarily.
Is it a millennial?
Millennial, yeah, the group that we're part of. No, so then she went and she said that unless the person, and then it's just a business agreement now. Then it's just a business agreement. You're funding my lifestyle. You're funding my children. You're funding everything. Then fine. Then I'll go for that.
Funding my businesses.
You're funding my businesses. Then and
some people do that, and that's okay. Like people do get into
so what about this
polygamous relationships just for that.
Yeah,
you know what?
Let's
I need my life to be sorted. You are my answer. Finished.
Pelly.
It's not about love. It's not about nothing. It's not about attachments. This is a business transaction.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that.
And you're okay with that.
But then those are the ones that then have a side thing for the emotional attachment because we are women. At the end of the day,
so
I can do a business deal with you, but my emotions need to be looked after.
Your emotions need to be taken care of. So that triple double. So do you not feel that also that just I'm not even talking about the type of marriage. Yeah. Just marriage in general, whether it's too many or one, doesn't matter. There are some. Do you think it's a problem if a woman says, a woman or a man says, I'm getting married for money? That's it. No. Do you have a problem with that?
No. You're being honest.
You're being honest.
You're being honest with what you want from the marriage.
Yeah.
And if both parties are okay with that. I mean, some people lie. We're like, oh, I love you. You're my everything. You're my world.
Dude.
Trust fund.
Yeah, that trust fund.
At the end of the day. And a lot of people do that. But, I mean, it's up to you as a person.
Yeah.
And if you're being honest up front, then great. And if both parties agree, then great.
Yeah.
Why not? I mean, you know what you're getting out of it. I know what I'm getting out of it.
Finished.
Must shot again.
Yeah.
Some society man. Let's do this. Let's do it. Yeah.
Let's do it. Yeah. Because I mean, I was like the reason I started doing this was for me to learn and for me to unlearn my own bigotry and biases and prejudice. And I'm going to admit that I've got those. And part of my success is the progressive realization of where the ideal means that I need to grow. I need to learn. And one of the old mindsets that I had of like, it's wrong for you to marry her for money. What about love? What about this? But if you honestly were to think about it, let's try study here. Try study history. When I look at the royals in Europe, I'll use that as a reference point. Yeah. They intermarried for political alliances. Yep. And for political alliances and for which translates to economics. Yes. So people have been doing it for years and years and years and years. Yes. And then now I recently thought about it this week. I'm like, actually people have been doing that for a while, and right now there can be a stigma to saying Njabulo's marrying this rich woman for money. What's wrong with him? Like, well, I don't know if there's anything necessarily wrong with that. Like you're saying. Yeah.
There's always intention to. There should always be intention to everything we do.
Yeah.
Because if I'm approached by a guy from Santon, in the back of my head, in as much as it's not the first thing that I kind of look for, but in the back of my head, I know that the nigga got money.
Well, you think no. It's an assumption. It's a huge assumption.
It is a huge assumption.
I came across like very scary stories around those circles because when I started working and then I started going to networking events around that, and then you see people like in all these like high top suits and these classy dresses and they're driving these Mercs, these amazing cars. Yeah. I don't know what the association was with Merc. It's just associated with class. Yeah. Merc.
No, it is.
It's associated with class.
But I mean, you see a Merc.
I see a Merc and I'm like, yeah, they're classy drivers. Okay. Then I see a beam and let me not even start.
No. Let's not do the car thing. Because the car thing has levels.
Yeah, the car thing has levels. I found like BMWs tend to be aggressive on the road. they tend to be aggressive. I don't know what it is. I think it's because the car's like powerful, but I don't know too much about cars.
But also how it's been positioned and advertised.
Well, yeah, you can school me about that advertising part. Yeah,
like you were saying.
Yeah,
you're not a Merc fan.
Yeah,
but Merc we associate with class.
Class, yes.
Automatically, like you don't even have to think about it. You're like Merc class.
Yeah.
Beamer power.
Yeah.
That's advertising.
Audi efficiency.
The power of there we go. Because let's not do that.
I don't no. Ford. Affordable.
Sorry to all the Ford users out there.
That's just my association. Yeah. But like, what do I know? Affordable and reliable. Toyota. I associate that with
reliability. Yes.
Yes. I don't know much about
Renault. When you think Renault, just think Quid. You're like nonsense.
I don't think that Renault. I haven't driven enough. I don't know enough about a Renault to think anything about it because I haven't driven in a Renault.
VW.
Players.
I just think I'm a player.
I'm a player.
I'm a player.
You think I'm a player?
Yeah, that's the first thing. Yeah, because most people who drive Amavrupas and they're just the ones that want the honeys. It's called the panty dropper.
It's called. I didn't know that.
Now you know. I mean, the guy.
I should have gotten myself a VW.
The panty
I think I should train him.
When it goes like panties drop. Panties
I
just
did
drop.
not know that.
They just fall to the ground.
Is it?
Yes.
Was that yes? Wow, that is
association to it.
Is it? I thought of it like a fast car.
Panty drop.
Is it?
Nigga. No. I mean, it's a sexy car. It's a sexy car. And if you're a woman who likes guys who drive, then you probably like a guy who drives a Vrupa.
Oh, is
like,
it?
Damn.
Wow, I didn't know.
Yeah, now you know.
Yeah, well, okay. Fine.
Now you know, and now you know.
Guess who's
going
to be VW? No, I'm not gonna use that.
That's
Yeah, I mean, okay. So going back to this. So you say you don't have a problem with people who marry for money?
Not at all.
Guys and girls.
Guys
People make a misconception that only females marry for money. No.
Yeah.
No, that's not necessarily the case.
Some guys.
I was shocked to find that out. Yeah.
Some guys actually date independent girls because they know that the girl is probably most likely the girl is independent.
Yeah.
And is self-sufficient without them, but also the chick is of a nurturing kind of a vibe. So
someone's going to take care of you.
Correct. So if I'm dating you, I'm older than you and I'm dating you.
Yeah.
When I go to the shop,
yeah,
I won't only look for a t-shirt for myself, but I'll have you in mind.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be a cheap t-shirt because I'm independent. So I'm going to get you a good
G-Star roll.
And because Uguti, this chick is older, she's probably thinking about me when she goes out shopping or whatever.
Yeah.
You, on the other hand, will not do the same. But anyway, younger guys like the fact that older chicks have that about them and they can take care of them.
This is based on your own experience.
Definitely.
Oh, tell us more.
I'm not telling you more. But I mean, I think they enjoy the fact that we can do shit for ourselves.
Yeah.
And we don't need them.
Oh, okay.
Like, I don't need you. I'm just really attracted to you, and I just really think you. Yeah, but otherwise, like I'm self-sufficient.
So that takes the pressure off my back. To like, oh God, I don't really necessarily have to worry about this other person. We can.
I don't have to buy her flowers.
We can get
like she knows herself. Like she knows herself. Why?
Yeah, but what I found is that. Do you think chivalry is dead?
No.
Still there. Do females still love the idea of being wooed and shellared and chocolates and flowers?
But you know why? No, but you know why? But do you know why? No, but do you know why? I think it's also because I didn't experience that, so I'm longing for that experience.
Okay.
Do you get it?
I get it.
It's kind of like a thing of, yes, I've never experienced a guy go do your hair. I've never experienced that. And the funny thing is I don't attract people that have money. What the fuck is wrong with me?
I think you should change your mindset.
That's okay, fine.
Use the law of attraction.
Okay.
I want only
the big secret. What's that book called? The Secret.
The Secret. Oh, God, we'll get into that one as well.
Yeah. So because I've never experienced that, I long for that.
Okay.
That's why I'm like, I know it seems desperate, But I've never experienced a romantic guy. I always meet guys that are not romantic, and I'm like a hopeless romantic. Like Nabeng Peggy days.
Oh, days
so my mind is there.
It's definitely
like my mind is stuck there. It's like, guys, can we go on a picnic?
A picnic,
please.
So what's your ideal date for some of us who want to try understand like how to be romantics?
My ideal date would be one where we are both not in our comfort zone. So I don't want to do the movies. I don't want to do anything normal. I would rather go hiking, because then I can see what you look like when you're sweating, and like halfway up the hiking trail. I'll
be mumble rapping.
Exactly. I want a place where we are both not comfortable.
Like go skydiving.
Because that will break the ice. I feel like that really helps in just kind of like getting over the nerves and getting over everything. So let's go skating. Let's go ice skating.
Ice skating.
Because we're all gonna fall. One of us is gonna be embarrassed one way or the other. And that's what I want.
Unless I'm an Olympian skater.
I wanna, which the chances of getting a black dude who is an Olympic skater are 0.012%.
I don't know what the stats are, but
those are my stats, and you can hold me by them. You can hold me by them.
Like you
can hold me by those stats.
Nigga,
one of the first 10 guys that I talked to today, I'll tell you, none of them know how to skate. I promise you that shit. And that one, I'll even send you. I'll even send you screenshots. Like number one, I was one by one.
Doesn't know.
I don't know, but I'd love to be on a date that is just out of our comfort zone.
Is it?
Yeah. That would be an ideal. And then after that, once we've known and are comfortable around each other, then we can do the picnics. Then we can do whatever else that people do on dates.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what people do on dates these days.
Yeah, well, now with COVID, what do we do?
We go on a discount date.
What's a discount date now?
You go to discount too, and you go shopping for your... That is a discount date. Or even a checkers date. So you're taking cross. You're like, no, let's go on a date. Because right now, we can't really... Oh, no, we can go to restaurants now.
Yeah.
But the unique experiences also count.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying a discount date.
A discount date.
Is an awkward date. I mean, imagine you're shopping for your things that you usually shop every month.
Yeah.
But now it's with the guy.
Yeah.
And now you have to kind of like... It's weird. I love weird things. I love weird people.
You love weird people?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why you're attracting people with no money. Because
no, that is true, actually. No, that is true. Yeah, so that's my ideal date.
That's your ideal date.
That's my ideal date.
So you still want the chivalry. You still want the guy to open up the car for you.
You know how impressed I am if you do those things.
Is it?
Yeah, and you know what? You can tell if someone is doing it because they want to impress you,
or it's just because what they do.
It's what they know.
You know, for me, it was actually quite interesting because my mother, going back to the importance of let me say my parents.
Yeah.
They instilled that you must treat females with a certain level of respect. I have not always done that, I will admit, but default.
Hence the entanglements?
What entanglements are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking. You're the people I deny.
Yeah.
It is so she said open the door, the car door, the door.
Yeah.
Let her go for ladies first. Just basic stuff like that.
It's basic manners.
And then,
it's not even like...
And it's just the basics, right? So when I started doing it, I'm like, oh wow, this is an amazing thing. I'm like, how is this an amazing thing? I was like, how do you see this? I'm like, you hardly see this. I'm like, oh, Yinde. Wow. I was like, what on earth is going on here? I was like, okay, just like because another friend of mine, she'll be on the show tomorrow. I was like, I'd open the car door, I'd open the doors. Like I have this is not something that's common. And for me, just based on how I was raised and the isolated environment that I was in, I thought this happened everywhere. Can't you do it? No, that's not the case.
Nope, no one's gonna be opening no door for your punk ass. But best believe that you opening your own door, you closing your own door. Nigga.
Every man from saying, doesn't you guys want equality? Open your own
Angisho independent zivulele ke zivulele. Angisho independent zivulele mayonnaise. Angisho mayonnaise iqinile zivulele. Angisho independent wena zivulele ke mayonnaise girl.
That's amazing. Yeah. So like let's go to like what defines your self-worth? Like what is like, okay, what makes you stand up with your head straight and your back straight and with a sense of dignity and your own self-worth? Because you did mention that after the marriage, there was self-worth did go down, and I can understand why it did, because given where you came from, your values, waiting until you're married before you engage in intercourse, which is I applaud you. It's applauded. Because my dad said, my dad said,
you don't get those. Nah, you don't get them like that no more.
No, they don't make them like that anymore. My dad said, he said to me, he's like, listen, he said, listen, don't have too high of an expectation. Not to say don't expect it, but he said like nowadays the virgins of today are those with no kids outside of marriage. I'm like, that's the only expectation that you can have. I was like, okay, sure, yeah, sure. So well done on that. So what happened to your self-worth after all that ended?
So I came back with 0 self-worth, and I think I was trying to firstly just find, like, kind of belong to something or an ideal of something. Yeah. So I resigned. I come back. So I have no job now. No job.
Yeah, I have to start from 0.
I have to start from 0.
Yeah.
My husband doesn't even know that I'm not coming back anymore. So it's almost like I ran away. But he only realized after 2 weeks that I'm actually not coming back. So I no longer have his support or his whatever. I don't have a job.
Yeah.
I've got a child.
Yeah.
My friends are back in KZN. Now I need to try and reconnect with the ones that were my friends before I got married. So basically I'm sitting at 0.0. I'm trying to figure out, okay, so the next best thing for me right now is to get a job because I need to fend for my child. Yeah. Because he's not going to fend for my child, because he clearly said to me that I thought you guys are going on holiday, so why would you be asking me to fund for her school fees if she's going to go to school that side? So it was very clear, you know what, this guy's like it's fine, like move on. So my first kind of self-worth moment realization was when I got a job. Yeah. That kind of made me feel like okay, there is something that I'm doing, which is gonna drive me to a place where I'll be able to say, okay, this is my purpose, or this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So whatever job it was, I was like, you know what, I need a job, even if it means I'm cleaning floors. I will do it because of my child. Yes. So I got my first job. I'm like, okay, cool, I'm doing something. I'm not just chilling, not I'm just not because I was going crazy. I mean, I'm going through these phases, I'm going mad. I'm literally like crazy. I get a job, okay, something starts happening. Oh, okay, fine. That was my first moment of like, okay, something is happening in my life. Not all has been lost. Great. Okay, so now my second moment of kind of like my self-worth going up a notch was when I got my second job. And I think me getting a job raised my self-worth because it made me realize that anything is possible. I don't have to be a certain thing to achieve certain things. Yes. I literally went from being a receptionist to being what I am today, just based on my hard work. Just based on my keenness to do things. And just based on my hunger of how much do you really want this? You know? I don't think I would be where I am today if I stopped for if I just went into this whole depression thing. Not that it's not a real thing, but if I didn't push, I would not be where I am today. And my self-worth is where, and by the way, my self-worth is out of 10. I would probably say it's sitting at 7
currently right now.
It's sitting at 7. and it's been pushed solely by my career and the direction that it's going, because I love what I do. I believe I was meant to do what I'm doing because I enjoy doing it. And I feel like it's going to still open more doors for me in the long run. So I don't feel like I'm wasting my time in the career that I've chosen. And my career is the only thing that is the only other thing that has given me that sense of self-worth. You know what? I can do this. I actually am smart. I actually can do this. I can do that. I can do that. That's the main thing, though. My main highlight. My second one would be my singing. I think that also kind of helped me to get over things.
So you're singing with, which is like
singing
your
with
talent,
my sisters, my talent, what I know how to do naturally. That also raises my self-worth a lot, because in as much as we have idols and we have 10,000 people that can sing, but everybody sings differently and everybody does things in their own different, unique kind of a way. And for me, my talent is one thing that also just kind of helped my self-worth. Because we need to, once again, like your book says, you know, what is of high value to you? If you value your career, you pay more attention to it because you're investing in it. If you value your singing, you pay more attention to it because that's, you know. So again, it then just brings it into my what I value, I invest in. I value family, I invest in my family. I value my singing, I will invest in my singing. I value my 9 to 5.
You invest in it.
I will invest in it. I will work hard until I get to a point where I'm like, I wanna manage. This is it. That's an amazing thing, because other people will not. Which, like I told you again, like I applaud you for going through what you went through, and you're still here. Because some don't recover. They don't recover. It's hard.
It's hard. I can only. I don't know. I can only imagine.
And it's just a period of, like, people don't understand you when it's that time. Like, I'm not about understanding. You're this mystery. You like. Nobody knows what's going on in your head, what's really going on in your head, and you're trying to be strong for whatever reason.
And is that a painful thing, for stuff to be going on in your head that people cannot understand, or like won't or can't understand? Is that a tough thing?
It is. It is, because we are sober as well, because you don't want to scare people. That's the other thing. People who care about you always want to help you, always want to encourage you to talk about things. But the intensity of what actually happened when you were married and whatever, it cuts deep. If I were to tell you a story, if I were to tell you stories right now of what happened back then, you'd probably look at me like, no ways, you did not go through that. Until this day, my own family, I don't tell them, like, they don't know everything.
Why?
Because they will cry.
They'll cry?
They will cry.
Are you sure they'll cry?
They will cry.
Are you sure they'll cry?
No, they will wail.
They will wail.
They will wail.
Yeah, they'll wail like.
No, like it's not easy things, you know. It's, and that's why I think I want to always protect them from
that.
Yeah, I'd rather keep it with me, in as much as, like, it's young seen and I'm sometimes, but I'd rather that, because if they were to know the depth and the intensity of things, they'd probably go and say, like, no. Because even my mom was like, you know what, if I knew all of this was going on, wings would land.
Sounds like your mother.
Yeah.
No, it sounds like a mother.
Wings would land. You know? So that's why I'm like, some things you just keep to yourself. To just protect them.
Is it a healthy thing to keep it to yourself? So, like, is it not?
No.
I can imagine it's a tough thing to share. To just anyone.
To relive it, for me, is the worst. I can tell it to you. I can tell you, oh, this happened. Oh, that happened. But because I'm a storyteller. When I tell you a story, I would love you to kind of go on a journey with me. I don't just want to tell you, like, I'm taking ball pen. No. I want to tell you the details. I'm like, I'm giving taxi, no muntu nukikwapha, wangicela number, and then ngambheka kabi, bengifake red lipstick, ngithe Jnr, ngathi bandi,
and then the taxi,
ngathi yini hoity toity deodorant,
and then the taxi driver
was tethisa because khona into shothi change,
and then I like your pen, but not on my window.
Sisi ungalali, and then I take you through the entire journey experience. Because
so
I relive it.
Why, how, sounds, a taste, because smell, everything.
And reliving isn't right. It's not the greatest. because it takes you back.
Yeah.
And you know, in as much as we say always leave your past behind, you actually can't, because there's still a lot of things that when I sit and think, I'm like, I went through that. Damn, girl.
So like, do you think it's I go for me personally, I think you can leave your past behind.
Okay.
This is my own experience, whereby you go back, and this is because I went through life coaching course. So certified life coach. The only reason I did is because I had my own issues I needed to work through. That's the only reason. Like, no, I didn't. You did such a great thing. You want to help people? No, I went to help myself. I took a ton of money. I went on this course so I could just learn just to just break old patterns. I think you can go back into your past and actually deal with whatever it is that you felt was wrong at that moment in time, and you learn to integrate it and learn to go through the lesson, and then you're able to move past it and then actually leave the past in the past. Though in my estimation, the reason some people are not able to leave the past behind is because there's an issue that's there that they haven't really dealt with.
Okay.
That's my take on it. Yeah, that's my take.
I hear you. But do you think you'll ever leave everything, like forget it? Do you think you'll ever forget your past? You can leave it behind.
Yeah.
But will you ever forget?
Yeah, I think there's certain past things that have happened. I forgot that even happened.
Really?
Unless I'm reminded.
Unless you're reminded.
Unless I'm reminded, yeah. Like seriously, look, maybe this is me. Sometimes I've been learning to not care that much about it.
Because I think you don't care.
I used to care too much, and I'm like, no.
No, but then Manjapela, it can't be to the extreme where you like, like at all. No.
No, because if I'm able to extrapolate the lesson from it. And like sometimes it's the meaning that you associate to it. So if you're able to change the meaning that you associate to something, maybe that's your because when I feel like, okay, no, we're not talking about you, but I just feel like maybe when you say you don't care and you detach yourself from that thing or that person, you like literally don't really, like, it's done. Nothing can repair it. Nothing.
You feel nothing.
Absolutely nothing. I don't feel good. I don't feel bad. I feel it's.
And you have no desire to reconnect to that thing. If it was given like you were saying, a different meaning or another.
If it was given a different meaning, like, the thing is, like, how is that serving me now?
But you'll never know because you don't want to give it a second chance.
No, so I'm like, okay, so then, like, when I say going back into the past, like going back into like a past event, that's me giving it a second chance, and then me looking at how is this lesson and talking about this serving me right now.
Okay.
There's a book I think you can borrow from my huge library here. Yes. It's called The Power Eckhart Tolle. It talks about the power of now.
We have that on record. That you borrow me a book, yeah?
Yeah. I didn't say in what form. I can send you the PDF version. Yeah, no, sure. I don't mind. I can share knowledge.
The power of now. I saw it.
Yeah, the power of now.
Yeah.
And he talks about the past. At the end of the day, it doesn't exist. You can't touch the past. You can't feel the past. You can't.
But I can remember how it made me feel.
I think
that's
the
other attachment.
And then you bring it into your present.
Yes,
the present now is the only thing that exists.
I do.
That's the thing.
That.
So if you're able to, and this is me still learning and growing. If you're able to go back to a past experience, let's say someone called you stupid.
Yeah.
And then you go and I try to understand, why did they say it? Was it true? Is it not true? Did they have enough information? Just asking these questions. Then you realize, the person they were frustrated, or maybe they didn't have enough information about you. Is it true? And if it's not true, then you don't have that emotional charge to that specific event, because now you've learned to integrate it and you learn to move past it. That's a very simplistic, very, very simplistic. Yeah. And then you've got deep, like, whoa, you there. You're like deep issues, deep issues that need to be resolved. But I feel the principle can still apply. That it may take you like 3 months, 6 months, a year for you to really go through it and unpack it, then I think you can leave it back in the past and just move forward from like, that happened, move on.
I think also, you know how they say that people will always forget what you do for them, but they'll always remember how you made them feel.
Yeah, true.
So if you made me feel a certain way in 2012, nigga, I'm gonna remember that for the rest of my life.
Yeah, you know? So the thing is, unless you're able to remove the emotional charge, and also like I guess if something's so rooted in emotion, it's harder for you to get over it. I think. Yeah, no, it's harder
definitely,
to.
Definitely. Yeah.
So you're telling me that in that marriage that you had. So where did this because for the longest time I knew before that, like, I made the assumption, I didn't know you too well. I made the assumption.
You knew me from church.
But that's a limited context.
Very
limited context. A long time
it was 2 hours. 4 an hour.
2 hours. It wasn't 2 hours.
But then that's the thing, though. We only interacted for like 10 minutes.
Well,
in as much as we were in the same space together.
For 10 minutes, and then then it was like what? Let's say Matric was like 2 days, and then it was like the evening, and then the next day.
Did I go with you to the after party?
Yeah.
Oh.
The entire after party.
Didn't go in. I don't remember.
I remember what you were.
What was that? Don't lie.
Hey.
What was I
Suppose you had a red dress.
Yeah, no, I remember that.
Yeah.
But the after party, I can't remember my outfit.
After you had I think you had leggings on, and then I can't remember what shoe you were wearing, but you were in like this black outfit. Fitted you quite well.
I think I remember.
I remember because people were telling me, "Yo, guy,
really?
what you got there?" I'm like, "She."
Meanwhile, back at the ranch,
I'm like, hey, Mama made it. No, so like other than that limited interaction, my assumption that's why it's important for you to really try and go in depth with another person. I'm not even going into a rant when people don't want to and take time to understand things, then they make assumptions and then they have an opinion on something that they really don't know anything about. That's why I want to be open to be proven wrong. I want to be proven wrong. I want to be told that I'm wrong, so I can. So how else are you gonna learn?
No, you're never gonna learn.
How else are you going to learn?
You're never gonna learn.
It's like, this guy thinks he's smart. No, I don't. That's why that's why I keep reading. I keep reading and learning, because you can learn the hard way. So based on that limited interaction, I thought, I'm like, this woman has a high self-worth. That's, let's say high, but it was like above average, you know. And then now we're having conversations. Now he's like, "You quiet? Why you quiet?" When maybe it's because I knew you, but I'm like, "Oh no, ula. No."
You know what, Ne? I think a lot of people. I think my quiet aura translates as me rating myself. Because a lot of people are like, "Yo, yes, jailer," and I'm like, "Niggas, I'm just quiet there in the corner saying yes, jailer." Like where?
And you've got the RBF.
Resting bitch face. I know a lot of people like, "Yo, Njabulo, that's actually scary." But what is a resting bitch face though, guys? Is it like mostly like when you just
don't talk to me?
So how do you undo that? How do you unlearn that?
I don't know. I don't have an RBF. I don't. I like smiling.
No, your eyes smile. I think that's why.
Smiles.
Yes, you do. You even know it. Wow. Tyra Banks.
Tyra Banks.
Tyra Banks did a good job.
I used to watch that show with my cousin. You used to watch it.
I also used to watch it.
America's
and everybody was like smizing. I'm like, where are you smizing, girl? Well, I can't smize people. Like it's either I'm smiling or I'm not smiling, and that is it. Yeah. But a lot of people I think my aura just exuded the whole RBF thing, of which was very, very false, because a lot of people then could not approach me because of this RBF assumption that they had. So to answer your question, no, I did not hold myself of high value. I was just quiet and misunderstood by many. But once people got to know me, they're like, "Oh, this chick is actually cool. Oh, we are kuluma, you know. Oh, you actually relatable." So so that's that. That was a very bad thing. And I think it was just mainly my aura. Just how you carried yourself. It was like
high self-worth.
Like I'm the thing. I'm the ish.
You ever seen Queen Elizabeth?
No, maybe.
No, I'm talking like just on video. Obviously not going to like God save the Queen. Go to the UK and just meet. I'm talking about like on TV. On TV. Her aura is like she knows she's I'm the Queen. And I know it. It's that thing. Like she may not be the most attractive person, but the way she carries herself is someone like I'm the queen. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. People. When people sing, they sing about me. God save the queen. God save me. Look, she doesn't sing because God save me. She could.
Yeah. No.
But like what I'm saying is like with her, she carries herself on, like, she has herself with. So when I see how Queen Elizabeth carries herself, when I see other women who worked hard and get to a certain state, the way they carry themselves, for me, that's associated to high self-worth. So I associate you with your self-worth. Now you're telling me when you went into your marriage, that like what happened?
See the difference now. So then I think I should then be asking you, Uti, before I was married, you thought that I was, after, now that you knew me before, then you didn't know me during my marriage.
Yeah.
Now that you see me now, do you still think I exude that?
I think,
or do you think it's more toned down?
It's contextual. The context has
changed.
Not changed. The context for me has changed because I'm exposed to new information.
Okay.
Not I don't believe people have changed. Well, people can change. For example, my perception will change because I got new information.
Okay.
So now that with the new information, that old assumption is no longer there.
Okay.
So I still think you've got a sense of self-belief.
Okay.
Because you've been able to go through all this shit and make it through.
Yeah.
And but with you, I don't think you can do that without some form of self-belief.
Okay.
I don't think you can do that, whether it's conscious or subconscious.
You're correct.
I don't think you can, because if you didn't have self-belief, I would have gotten the word good. I'm kumulutu wanted. I wasn't Jan. I was tishy. Jan. I was hanging.
That sounds like your mom. That sounds like your mom. Your mom. That sounds like your mom. That is your mom.
Was tishy. I'm like,
no, you know what? I think by default, because people thought I was that thing.
Yeah.
Like I ran with it as well.
Oh, okay.
I was like, so I'm gonna milk it for what it is.
Do you know the Pygmalion effect?
No.
Okay, the Pygmalion effect is so it's based on I think when I need to correct my history around this. It's I think it was a Greek. It's part of Greek mythology, whereby this guy was a sculptor. He sculpted a beautiful woman, and then he went and he wished and believed that it would come to life.
Okay.
And so that's where Pygmalion effect came from. So what it says is that whatever opinion that I hold of you, and standard that I hold of you, because I hold it, you'll end up living up to it. So for example, what they did, there was a study done with these children, or these teachers. They were like, okay, so we're going to tell them that this is the A class, even though they're C students, right? They take them and we're moving you to the A class, and you're going to, and we expect you to perform at 80%, not 60% anymore. So what ended up happening is that they ended up performing to that. So that's what's called the Pygmalion effect. So to your children, if you constantly tell them that you're a good person, that you are virtuous, that you're smart, and that you're talented, and that you're balanced, then they'll end up living up to whatever it is that you tell them. So is that what happened to you and you as Jnr, if that's even a word?
Yeah, my Jnr has brought me a long way.
Yeah.
Because people react differently to you when a person who has jeli, has a different reaction from people.
True.
And a different respect from people.
Yeah.
So if I'm walking into a room, and I am this, I feel nothing for myself.
Yeah.
People are going to feel nothing for me.
Yes.
But if I'm this person who walks into a room and commands the attention to be on me, that is like, who would not want that?
Yeah.
So I kind of like, I was like, oh, people see me like this. This is what I'm going to portray myself to be.
Okay.
Because people always box you into like certain like characters and personality. Oh, you look like you're the bossy type. Oh, you look like you this. You look like you like to be in control. And I'm like, people are saying personality traits about me that I don't have.
I didn't know I was that good.
I don't like controlling me.
It's amazing what other
because
people's
I'm
assumptions.
exuding that. You know that. And for me it works because when my sisters, and because I don't think it's just a me thing alone. I think all my sisters, we all like that.
Yeah.
So when we walk into a room, people look at us like, you are one love, you know?
Yeah.
And I would say like we want attention, but it's something that just happens naturally because we are different. And because people think that we are different, we have then taken it upon ourselves to make sure that we don't look like other people.
Yeah.
And that's what then gives us a spotlight.
Yeah.
And then we get on stage. Then it's like, I'm a bomb, firing, you know? So that works for us. It works in our favor, and it works in my favor too. Because then just people look at you differently. And sometimes you need that as a first impression, that a person always sees you in a like respectful way, like, okay, no, this person was serious in your life. And I needed that because I was very quiet. But because my aura and how I present myself was an assumption, that automatically then just became who I am.
Yes.
When I walk into a room, everyone must stop. Not because ngiyazitshela, but because it's how I build my brand and how I want to be
perceived
and respected. Because people can play with you.
I thought you were going to say people are trash.
No.
I thought you were going to say that. No.
But it works in my favor.
Yeah, it works in your favor.
And in my most recent experiences, people still do say, yo, when I'm just jail, like, you're so like, oh my gosh, why? And that's fine. I'm happy with it.
This is actually quite amazing because a number of the guests that I've had, black females, who have made up in their minds that they're going to do something. When I say do something, they've got a goal. They say, I'm going to progress in my career. I'm going to go after an MBA. I'm going to, just get out of this environment that I find myself in. That's some of the feedback that they get. I'm like, this person thinks that they're smart. This person thinks that they're high and mighty. But when I speak to you, that's not necessarily the case. You just made up in your mind that you're not going to stay at a certain level. And when you've made up in your mind to step up, what happens? Like, what has happened? Have you had cases where people they leave you because you've made up your mind that you're going in a different direction? Have you been judged because of it? So, like, what has been the toughest part of saying I'm not going to stay where I once was?
I think the toughest part for me would be from an emotional standpoint of view, because there have been instances where I've kind of been so emotionally involved or invested in something or someone. And when I decide, I don't fucks with that anymore. I don't. But my heart is what then becomes the problem. So not necessarily that I've had problems with it, no. But emotionally, I think it takes me longer to detach completely from whatever it is that I might have held dear to me. Okay, now I get you. I get you there. So, what defines success for you? So you've read the first book, Inspired Success. It's good stuff, eh? No, like I was saying, I was highlighting.
You were highlighting, yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I know I'm supposed to be highlighting and writing in this, but like, it's just some important things in here.
It's good stuff
that I can't forget. That when I just go through it, at least I see my highlights. Okay, this was important. That was important. Yeah.
So, what defines success for you? Others define success as I've got a lot of money, I've got all the cars, I've got the social status, I've got the men or the women or more degrees than a thermometer, I've got so many certifications I can't count them, and I move in the highest social circles. However, that may not necessarily be true. You can still be at that point and be miserable and want to kill yourself. Well, that's why is the suicide rate with people who've got a lot of money so high, right? Because I remember I was in Las Vegas 2015, 5 years ago.
Where was I? Okay.
I don't know where you were somewhere. So I was at the Mirage Hotel. There were people gambling there. There were it's Las Vegas, like what are people gambling there. So I was there getting myself a drink, and this guy that was there, I was like speaking to him. He told me his entire story, like he's made all this money. I'm like, so how much do you make a year? It's like, after all deductions that have been done, is $10 million US. I'm like, after everything that's in your bank account, $10 million every single year. One of that opened my mind up to the people out there who've got money. They've got the cash. So like once you start you're raising your consciousness to people making that type of money, you start believing that you can make that type of money yourself. And even to some people, $10 million like the Arab princes. The Arab princes, that's a different type of money on its own. So he said he had made $10 million a year, and he was ready to commit suicide. Wow. I'm like, oh, why are you ready to commit suicide? Then he said, because it was his fault. He had worked himself up, worked all the way up in this industry and got into this financial status, but he realized he was empty inside, and he said he did not. This is not what he actually wanted. So it's like, I'm like, that's harrowing. You're successful and now you're still miserable. That's a tough thing. So how do you define success for you?
I think everybody has their own definition of success.
Yes.
I've acknowledged that.
Yeah.
And just depending on what your idea, what success means to you, will be your success.
Yeah.
So if I'm reading up on Njabulo James's books all day, every day, for me, I'll be like, oh, that means success is being an author.
Yeah. And
being the best, not just an author, but the best-selling author.
Yeah.
You know, that's what success is. So then I form my ideals on what influences me in terms of what I read, what I see, I can be like, Beyonce is successful, because she's a singer, she's making money from it.
Yes,
that's success,
yeah.
And that is true of me to say.
Yeah,
you being an author is true of me to say, that is your success.
Yeah,
but for me, I think I realize that success is more a state of being, like happiness.
Yes,
you know, for me, success is, am I content with who I am today and what I have today? Because I may put a pedestal and put success as being having an education, having money, having a family, having this, having that. That can be my bar for success. But the state of being for me is so important, because that then filters through your things that you've put on pedestals as your success pebbles or whatever it is you want to call it. So for me, I may not be where I want to be in terms of career, whatever, that, money, wealth, fame, whatever, but am I successful in my state of being?
Yes.
That for me is success. And if I can say yes to that question, then I'm successful. For me, like, that's the be all and end all. Because if I'm not well, then I can't achieve wealth. If I'm not okay with myself, I can't achieve fame. If, like, it all boils down to the state of being me, who I am. That's how I define my true success.
So how do you define failure based on that?
At first, failure for me was obviously when I was in high school, and I'm like, I'm failing, mates, you know. But
I'm sure you got above 33%.
That was, wait, let me think about it. No, I wasn't good with maths, guys. Please understand this, that I was not good with maths. For me, so failure was behamba ngama level, if I can say so. So in high school it was like, failing maths, that was a failure for me. Varsity, you failed a module, dude, what the hell? That was the epitome of failure for me. And then I got married, and then it was like, what is failure to you? My marriage failed, which it did. That was
that's
it did.
That's courageous for you to say my marriage failed.
No, it failed.
Oh shit.
No, my marriage failed.
We'll get into that.
I failed.
Like
you. Okay. No, so, I failed.
So you yourself failed in the marriage.
I'm speaking for myself.
Oh, you're speaking for yourself. Okay.
I failed. My marriage
just
failed.
Between you and you.
And then I started realizing with a lot more things, and when you like go into like just like your career and like maybe your personal life, your family, like you'd make mistakes at work. You're like, I failed in getting that billing for a client, or I failed in doing. So if failure starts now being very much detailed and very much planned. It's no longer just a simple black and white thing, but now you're entrenched, like, I failed in this, I failed my learners, I failed my drivers, I failed in making the relationship work. It started getting deeper, like it's no longer about just the black and white. Now it's like, you failed at maintaining a relationship, you failed at communicating with your family, you failed at having a connection with the Lord, so I fail a lot of times.
Yeah, which is a good.
I'm a failure. Yeah.
I think I don't identify as a failure.
Yeah, but yeah.
Just because you fail doesn't make you a
failure
failure.
for me. Yeah.
Yeah. Not reaching what you. So like, what about this whole thing of comparing yourself to another person or other people or other contexts? Because it's something that can happen.
Yeah. My family personally never compared me to my sisters. I would like to think.
I'm sure they're having these discussions. Only she could be like her other sister.
Yeah. No, my family. I think my family's very chill, man. In the sense that they kind of know we're all different. Okay. Therefore, they cannot compare us. You cannot compare banana to an archie. You must compare banana to a banana.
Yeah.
We are all different. You can't compare us.
Yeah.
We all possess certain traits and whatever.
That are different.
Okay, yeah.
Got you.
So, for me, what was your question again? I was going to answer it.
So it's like, what do you think about comparing yourself?
Comparing.
Yeah, comparisons, unhealthy comparisons.
Unhealthy.
Yeah.
I was very unhealthily, English, compared when I was married. Okay.
Ooh,
so my then husband would, but he would do it very underhandedly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? So he'd be like, "Yo, maybe we see a girl.
Yeah.
Yo, this girl driving Mercedes. Yo, she's got an MBA, and she's got a PhD, and she dresses very well. You must go to a page and and he kept on raising that many times.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I'm gonna read between the lines.
Yeah.
Like this nigga be comparing me to this girl.
Yeah.
Because I don't have an MBA. I don't have a PhD. I'm not independent. I don't have a car.
Yeah.
I don't have the clothes she has. So what are you trying to say? Should I be dressing well?
Yeah,
should I go study?
Yeah.
Should I go do my hair?
Yeah.
Should I go do my nails?
Yes.
Should I be more independent?
Uh-huh.
So he was always, and not just once. He would do this like a lot of times. He'd be like, "Oh, this girl, you know what? She did this, and you know what? She's beautiful." And I'm like thinking to myself, so like if I'm not this ideal thing that you have in your head that you praise so much, why am I here? Why am I sitting next to you? So I was unhealthily compared to other women that I didn't even know.
Devil's advocate.
Like, why couldn't you just tell me?
Let me say devil's advocate. Maybe he was like trying to push you to achieve more.
Maybe he was, but he was doing it the wrong way.
Okay.
He was doing it in the wrong way. That's what I'm saying. Why couldn't you just say, you know what, babe, I think that you should go and study further.
Yeah.
Or you know what, babe, I think we should go shopping and get you more clothes that make you look more professional.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. There is absolutely nothing. I wouldn't have taken even offense to it. But now I took offense because he was now comparing me to people that I don't like.
Or you perceived that he was comparing you?
No, he was.
So did you know that for a fact?
No, definitely.
Okay. All
right. He was very blunt. He still is. He was very like, Bobon, which he's saying this.
Zulu man, eh?
No, Bobon, which he's saying this with intention.
No, that was not a shot at Zulu man.
No, it is a shot.
I'm joking. Joking.
He was intentional.
Was he intentional?
Very intentional. He knew that it's gonna fuck with the back of my mind.
That's painful.
He knew. Uguti. Like, remember, he's marrying a Joba girl and he's a hesitant dude.
Yeah.
So already there's some sort of a perception around Joburg girls and how great they are.
Are they?
And she's from Joburg. What's easy?
How great are Joburg girls? I don't know.
Yeah, you win.
Is it?
Yeah. Like the mystery that was surrounding me because I'm from Johannesburg. It was like, oh, this girl, she's sexy, she's hot, she's that, and people up they don't even know me.
They don't know you
but they've already concluded.
Yeah, which is a very unfair, I feel and think.
And so I think he also just wanted me to be this thing that I wasn't transforming into, for him at least. And for me, once again, if that expectation was clearly communicated in the beginning, we would not be comparing each other to anything.
Yeah, so
I would have known, this person is expecting A, B, C from me, and it's my choice whether I want to live by his expectations or compromise halfway. Let's meet each other halfway.
Yeah.
If you want me to look like Beyonce, I can try to look like Kelly Rowland, but not like Beyonce, because I ain't light in complexion, so I'm not gonna bleach myself.
I was like, what?
Yeah. So like, if it was clearly communicated, it wouldn't be it wouldn't be
an unhealthy
comparison.
comparison. And how did that make you feel?
Like shit.
That is the most blunt answer I could have ever gotten. I was expecting, I didn't feel good. No, I felt like, good do it.
I felt like shit.
Yeah, you felt like, yeah.
Because it even went to the extent of...
So that I can imagine, like, whatever self-worth you had at the time, I'm sure it just
shame.
plummeted.
He didn't play. This person wasn't even... And not to speak bad of him.
Yeah,
but he would never compliment me. He would never be like, oh my gosh, you look so great. Oh, wow, this color suits you. Oh, it's too little. But... if it's another person, it's like, oh my gosh, she's so great. She's this, she's that. Oh my gosh, she's that. Yeah, well, like I'm just always hearing about these people.
You know, that I heard someone say that.
Really
that's not now.
I feel nothing.
Absolutely nothing. So I don't know who was telling me that. Someone said that, I think it was a relationship counselor or a marital counselor. But I heard this from someone. I read it from somewhere. They say, like, take the approach that whoever it is that you are married to or a relationship with, have the mindset that no one's better than them. Okay. Have the mindset that no one, because that already eliminates you having to go and compare another person to them. Because what they'll say is, let's say you and I are on a relationship, or let's say we're married, and for me, my mindset is like, no one is better than Dudu. No one's better than them.
I wish I did that.
Then so then,
no, but I did. I actually did in my marriage. I did.
What felt like?
Have the mentality which no one's better than him.
Yeah, I'm saying like both, but it has to go two ways.
Yeah,
both ways. So I'm saying,
he did know.
So I'm saying like no one's better than her. That means that I'm like, okay, she's smart. Now I want her to become better. And like now we can say, do you want to study further? Because this is where it can get you, so that you can become a better version of yourself.
Let's get married.
No, I'm saying like, and some people are like, oh, good marriages don't exist out there. I believe that they do.
They do.
I honestly believe that
they do.
But they're very honest with what's going on. So one lady said, she's also divorced. So she said that the mistake that she made, she's like, both of you have to choose each other every single day. Wow. And like a good marriage is a relationship between two good forgivers. Nowadays, people can't forgive each other for next. What? You didn't pick up the kid? How dare you? Then it's done. For forever. So then, like how this relationship. I don't know who said this. That how you get rid of this and how the comparison is. No one is better than this person. What is so good about this person that I can make better, and what is it about me that irritates this person, or irritates me about this person? Communicate that, and let's see how we can work on it. And I don't feel a lot of people do that.
I think also because we're constantly trying to have better relationships than our previous ones. We then bring up our old. I think I was on a date on a Tinder date. Tinder. And the mistake that I made was to speak about my ex to him. Ooh. But not like I wasn't speaking about him the whole night. But a lot of my points that I was making were in relation to him, because he was the most serious relationship that I've ever been in. So I think that turned the dude off. In as much as I wasn't talking about him like, I wasn't bragging like, he was this great. I was like making examples, using him because
my old boyfriend used to pay the car note, the rent, and used to buy me some clothes.
But that's my experience.
Let's get him back here.
That's my experience.
Buy me some stuff.
And that was my mistake. So I think also comparing. Not really for me, like
bringing the past into the present.
Bringing the past into the present is dangerous, because you are by default comparing your past to this person that you want to be with. Even like I find that with guys, there's this very recent. This guy mentioned like, oh no, my girl used to do this, and I'm like, nigga, do you see who I am? Do you see me? Like, don't do that. Don't compare me to your ex. Then why am I here?
Exactly.
Please
get the sins on.
Like entanglement that I happen. But comparison, guys.
Like you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it. And
stay far away from them. It's so dangerous.
So dangerous. You're a black female, right?
Yes. I think you should be playing Beyonce now. Honey, come around my way, around my
like
Black Parade.
like honestly, like I'll make a confession.
Yeah.
I'll make a confession. I don't know any of Beyonce's song off by heart. I'm listening off by
I'm
heart.
a fan.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you're a fan.
So
Okay,
you
so
know,
it's
like,
that.
I
Yeah,
know
you're,
her song.
you know
Yeah.
songs. You know
Yeah.
songs. But then, like when you're on gym playlists,
Yeah.
when you're doing cardio,
Yeah.
not heavyweights.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the gyms to open. Oh goodness, I can't wait.
I'm sure you'd be like,
Lightweight
I
baby.
am there at the
I'm
door.
there. I'm there. Heavyweights,
Waiting.
heavyweights until I can't walk.
Yeah.
Some of us are not genetically gifted like you. You do two push-ups.
Jeans,
Yeah.
the jeans, the
Yeah,
jeans, guys.
guess jeans.
Yeah, guess jeans.
So like,
Good
like,
fit.
some of the best cardio music to work out, Beyonce knows. I don't know why, but like.
But have you tried it though?
tried what?
Like listen to Beyonce while you're doing cardio.
Yeah, I'm saying that's some of the best cardio workout.
Beautiful.
Like I
Like she motivates you. She's
Yeah.
like on that motivational tip. Like do it.
Yeah,
You can do it.
yeah,
You
definitely.
can.
And also-
Even when I used to jog, I listened to Beyonce.
Yeah, and
She gives me
she's
that
also good.
power.
Like also like I don't know who her producers are, but like the person who's producing like the beats and everything is very good.
Very intentional.
Yeah, very intentional.
Beyonce is very intentional with her music.
And
That's
Beyonce-
why I like her
And
music.
Beyonce works hard.
Yes.
I don't know a single artist who works
Have
harder
you ever
than-
seen Beyonce on a live?
on
on
IG
IG?
Live? No.
Thank you. That answers my question.
What-
She works hard.
She works. She works.
Yeah.
Eh?
And then you find the rest of us all on IG lives, like every day.
Every
Yeah,
day,
yeah,
try to catch up to Beyonce.
yeah,
She's
like
got
she's
this
proper.
this work ethic that is just insane.
proper.
Yeah, I mean, like obviously, like one of the things that I think that certain people who reach high levels of success, there is the luck factor. Sometimes in life you'll get lucky.
Yep.
You'll get lucky, but now it's what you do with that luck. Yeah, Beyonce, this is me standing over you. Over your work ethic. I don't know you personally, maybe one day, but like,
From what we
from what I can see,
we can just
you can say like she's amazing. So like that's my confession. Sometimes when I'm listening to cardio going for a run, Beyonce knows.
That's a nice confession.
Beyonce knows is there.
She's the queen bee.
Who's your favorite artist? Beyonce, no less. And how she was able to knows how she was able to create an entire community. Well, like people who are loyal to Beyonce are loyal. The whole Beehive squad.
We there.
Yeah, y'all there.
We there.
Y'all there. Like she's a genius. Like she's a genius. Like absolute
Her
genius.
PR is genius.
Like it's a complete genius. And honestly, like also I figured out that a lot of gay people love Beyonce, and
they swear by Beyonce.
I'm like, why? What happened? I'm like, what?
Because in music, like, it just gives you that thing. You would see, I can conquer the world.
Yeah.
I can do this.
Yeah.
And that's what people want. People want. I'm an artist that are like, if I'm okay, let me not even mention South African artists, but I mean, I'm trying to think of one. I'm trying to think of one that gives me the same feeling that Beyonce gives me.
Yeah.
When I listen to Beyonce, I'm like, I can do this.
Guys, I'll put an Instagram handle so you can go fetch her.
When I listen to Kirk Franklin,
yeah,
I want to be a better person.
Yeah.
When I listen to, I'm trying to think, Mendoza, at least
he can't fetch you because he's not over here.
I'm like, yo.
Yeah.
Cloni P Life boy. Mendoza, that's Mendoza, right?
I think so.
Is it Mendoza? Yeah. But I mean, like, again, we can't compare bananas to apples.
Yeah.
So, with that said, Beyonce just gives me life.
She's amazing. Like definitely.
She gives me goosebumps.
Yeah, I've got a kind of.
She gives me goosebumps.
Like I was at a party. With a friend's party, like and him and his friends were there, and they're gay, openly gay, which I'm like, oh, well, that's cool. Beyonce comes on. It was game set match. They blazed the floor, and they were dancing better than some of the girls do. I'm like, oh wow.
Like Beyonce does that.
Does it?
No, she
yeah,
does
like
that,
okay. Yeah.
Even in the club, like you hear Beyonce song, you're like, yes, I want to get up. No more I was jive. You're like, yeah, no, I'm getting up for this one.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting up for this one. Yeah.
I'll still be there just looking at you guys. Just like, yeah.
Yeah, because you can't dance.
I can't.
Okay.
Yeah, no, at ballroom and Latin dancing, I did hip hop dancing around at a point in time.
At what point in time? 10 years ago?
No, not 10 years ago.
Can you still hip hop dance now? Can you do the kwara kwara?
Can I do? No, that's Kasi dance, nigga.
Yeah, what's wrong with Kasi dance?
Like I haven't practiced it. That's
Well,
the
you
thing.
need to.
I haven't practiced it. Fine, I'll practice it, and then I'll go on TikTok.
I don't have a TikTok account. Apparently, the thing is so addictive. People are actually like, you know what? Anglali.
Yeah.
I'm on TikTok.
Yeah.
The whole night.
The whole night.
The whole night.
I don't know.
That's why I don't want to download it.
And now it's going to be banned in the US.
No, really?
Well, there's talks about it being banned in the US. I don't know enough.
It's addictive.
I don't know enough about
so
it.
addictive.
Yeah. So what I'll do? Also like you put on MJ. Yeah, I know all that type of stuff.
Did you not used to dance to MJ?
Of course I did. Of course.
At church.
Not at church.
You did. Did you dance for us the one time?
Oh yeah, I think it was like me
did.
and Mango.
We'll
Mango, yeah, Mango gonna go on the show. He's got a lot of things to share. I'll make a Mango on the show.
You need to get Mango.
Yeah. That is and not like once I get Mango on the show, it's going to be such a guy conversation.
Yep, it is.
It's going to be such a guy conversation.
It is.
So we're gonna take out all our secrets. Like we have what was it, 2014?
Scared.
No, 2014.
I'm scared of the
we
secrets.
sat down and we laid out the entire game plan. So this is how we're gonna run the streets.
Wow.
He gave it the entire game plan, but like he's a hustler. Like I spent reconnected with him and his brother. So yeah, we did. I think it was 2007 was one of the camps. Yeah, we did an entire hip hop routine there. Yeah.
Did you guys?
Yeah, we did.
Was I there?
Of course you were there.
Okay.
Yeah.
But obviously I wasn't like looking like I was probably like yes like the rest of them. Like I wasn't like I was.
Yeah, you were being you. I'm not sure both checking it out. So yeah, but definitely, I did.
Definitely,
I did have dancing. Michael Jackson,
I
ballroom
one or
Latin.
two routines.
Yeah, ballroom Latin.
Who did you ballroom dance with?
I did in Rhodes University.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Like competitions.
Yeah, competition and stuff. It was competitive, like provincial type stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you win anything?
Well, like I placed like seventh at
Not bad.
a competition,
Not
but like
bad.
what you have to understand is that the people out there are good. I've recently been doing it for like just about like almost like 2 to 3 years, and some of the people have been doing it their entire lives.
Okay.
So for me to get
So to be seventh, yeah.
and that I was like, I'll take that. I still have the certificate. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Like I got into ballroom and Latin dancing because something I just wanted to learn.
Okay.
And then also with public speaking, what it does, it helps you with your stage movement and your gestures and all these things. So people don't understand.
That's a good insight.
Yeah. So that's what I was. That's what. So like it's also taking me to understand the spacing, the timing, the beats, and it's very technical. So then when you see a stage, I'm like, oh, this is where I need to place myself, and this is where I need to move.
Okay.
And then inadvertently it garnered female attention.
Which was the intention?
It wasn't the intention.
It was in the back of your head. You're like, yeah.
No. So because I always wanted to tango. Learn to tango. So I went to a friend I went to St. Dunstan's with. I mean, to high school with, and she said, "Look, I want to tango." And then they started showing me these couples, like with the lady bends over backwards, and the guy's like so flexible, and it's like, yeah, and it's like, by the way, girls love this. I'm like, you had me at tango. Okay, it did
and then you had me at girls like you. So.
Yeah, it definitely was good. And then I got feedback as a girl I ended up in a relationship with, and she was like, I saw you like when you were doing ballroom Latin dancing, and you were actually teaching as well. Because I ended up at a point where I was actually teaching, and I'm like, not a lot of guys do this. Like if
not a lot of black guys.
Yeah, well, at that time there was quite a number. Yeah, okay. Like there's quite a number of guys who do it, even black guys that do that.
Yeah.
It's like, and you also like do it so well because now you need to learn another person's body. And you need to know where to place your hands and how they're comfortable. You need to be able to read the other person. I was like, that's a very, very great skill to have. So like the samba, the cha-cha, the jive, the rumba.
Why did you stop?
Why did I stop? It was a different phase. I learned what I wanted to learn, and like I knew I was not going to get to like world championship level because that was never the intention. The intention was for me to be like become a better person. So I also went for private lessons. I started going for private lessons again 2 years ago, just to get out there. So I'm competent at it. Like it's, but like for me to go and compete, it's so much stressful, so stressful.
Yeah.
So I tell you,
but healthy stress.
It's healthy stress. And besides, I love speaking more than I love dancing. Yeah, speaking and writing more than I love dancing.
Well, there is like where you can learn how to do the kwara and stuff.
Where? So it definitely, you know what I want to do as part of my bucket list. I have a bucket list challenge, right?
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
And one I like after like I loved Avicii, and then he went and he died. So after him, I was like, I'm going to learn how to DJ and produce.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that. Like
Yeah.
this is where I got some of this equipment. There's a place in Rambo called DJ whatever the case is. I think I should get them on the show and we just talk about that.
Yeah.
A DJ set, a live comedy set.
You.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you think you're funny?
Do I think I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, but there's something that you can. I've been watching stand-up comedy all my life, but I honestly believe it. Like if I can sit down and get the routine, so I will say that I am funny because in some of the just the general speeches that I've given, you have to learn how to use humor. So I've been successful, quote unquote successful in that. So now, but comedy is a completely different. It's a completely different thing. It's a completely different game.
Yeah.
And people think, I'm going to tell jokes. No, it's actually quite technical.
Deep. Yeah.
And the other one is like to learn like gassy dance, like proper.
You should.
Yeah, because of like
without being awkward.
Without being awkward, yeah, of course. Yeah.
You should.
Yeah, that's something.
But even just watching like what's this? Music videos.
Yeah, but like
you learn.
You learn. I want an instructor.
Practice makes
the best way that I learn is having a
So then Soweto's finest studios, you need to go there.
Yeah, Soweto's finest studio. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go there.
And they're like proper.
And then I'm open up a TikTok. Then I'm open up a TikTok
account. Yes, they're like proper, like the proper stuff.
Yeah, because for me it's all about becoming a better person. That's at the end of the day. So like when someone says you can't do something, I'll be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna show you how great I am.
Yeah. Show them.
So black females, what are they getting wrong and how can they improve? Just black females, because I'd ask guests like, what can men do better? Okay, I'm tired of asking that question. I'm tired for now. So it's saying like,
because there's so many answers.
It's not even a long form answer. It's a multiple choice. It's like
we demand a lot from
a lot from like what can black females do to become better and to grow?
Jeez, I think right now we've been given the limelight is on black women. Yeah. And I think we're milking it proper.
Is it?
Like every black chick is doing something other than what they like. We're milking it. We're literally like, oh, the spotlight is on us with the killings that are going on and this and that. So we are literally just taking it and running with it. What we're doing wrong, I would say, is once again, I feel like the support of black women is not evident in a lot of things that we do. Yeah. And I mean that from even the smallest of things. I always believe in supporting black women. Yeah. And that's why I was even saying to you earlier, please share our videos that we post. Yeah, I'll share. Because that just shows a level of understanding that you even though you're not I know you're a fan, but you sharing our post is just showing a level of understanding in terms of where the bigger picture is, where we eventually want to be. Yeah. So that one share will do a lot of good. It may not lead to other shares. Yeah. It may not lead to more likes. Yeah. But your one share just shows a level of understanding, because you understand where we want to go. Yeah. And it starts with that one share and with that one like. So I think us as black women, for me, I feel like it needs to be more evident, where we actually have tangible things where we're like, okay, I've seen this black woman raise this other black woman up. Yeah. I've seen this black woman support another black woman. Yes. Because like me, when I go do my nails, I do with a black chick. Yes. I make sure it's a black chick. Yes. When I go do whatever, it is a black woman. Yeah. Because I'm showing support and I'm showing that, I stand by this, because I also want the same to be done to me as well. Yes. Because izandla zakizana at the end of the day. Yeah. And we're all trying to be great. Yes. But at the same time, we're all fighting. It's like, yo, guys, like we all want to be at the top, but like we it's almost like we don't want to see Onyumuntu being better than us. Why is that? And it doesn't make sense, because we are all in different fields. Yeah. We are all in different stages in life. Yeah. Even. I think, I don't know if it's like now, obviously, that's like the first thing we all assume is that someone is jealous. Yeah. Like, I'm like, why don't you just like my post? What does it take? What does it take from you to like my post? Nothing. What does it take for you to acknowledge, this black woman? Yeah. Massage izolo. Yeah. and she was great. It takes nothing. Takes nothing away from you.
Yeah.
So I think that's the one thing that black women are doing wrong.
Is there a sense of unhealthy competitiveness?
Unhealthy, unfair.
Unhealthy and unfair competitive. Explain
like unfair, because Njabulo, I mean we want to sing, and I cannot be competing with umuntu that is in the beauty industry, for example. I cannot compare myself to that person because we are in different fields, number one.
Yes.
Number two, I'm attracting a different audience. Now you're attracting a different audience.
Yes.
Therefore, that's what I'm saying to you. What does it take from you to like my singing?
Yeah.
Because I can then just compliment your beauty, whatever that you're doing.
Yeah.
So it is unfair in that way because we are in different fields.
Yeah.
We are attracting different markets.
Yes.
We want different attention.
Yeah.
Therefore, there should technically be no competition. If we were both in the singing market, I cannot be comparing myself to Rebecca Malope because she's not in our league, firstly. And she has way more experience than what we do. Therefore, she has no reason to pull us down. In as much as we do not sing the same thing. Maybe we do, but just in different styles. But she has no reason to not like what I do. Like you'll never see, and I feel like this has always been, because I try to approach celebrated people because of the experience they have in what they do. So I'll DM you, Njabulo. I'll be like, hi Njabulo, I admire your work. Can we please just go on a live so we can just chat about your book, chat about your aspirations, and you'll be like, no, why? And I'm like, what does it take? You may think that I'm doing it to gain followership or to gain fame, but some of us are different, and some of us really actually just want to learn from people. And for me, I feel like we have been boxed. The normal people have been boxed to think that we all want fame through the celebrated people, of which is not always true. Therefore, we are all painted with the same brush. Therefore, I will not be able to get an opportunity to get DJ Zinhle on my live because I'm probably going to be seen as the person who wants to be famous through
somebody else, or whoever it is,
of which is not always the case. It is sometimes the case, but not always the case. So I think that's another thing that us black women are, but some people are fortunate to get the opportunity to have celebrated people on their platforms, whatever, on whatever scale, which is great. But for me, I have not yet experienced that, and I'd love to at some point kind of just like be like, yo, I've reached out to this person, they were so human, they were just a human being for once, they were not this famous person that we see on TV. I would love to have that kind of interaction. I heard a comment when was it on the radio or saying that there's something that's called the celebrity spirit. What is the sounds like a title of a book, Celebrity Spirit. I think five ways to transcend mediocrity. I don't know. will write that book. I will write it.
You will write it. No, it's a sense of because you've reached a certain status. I don't know whether you're a media personality, influencers, quote unquote celebrity, not that I know what that is. Now, because you're in this place, you're not willing whatsoever to extend an opportunity to anyone else, or you're making it very hard for people to reach you so that you can extend hands. So it's sort of like the celebrity spirit kicks down the ladder. What the ladder means, like you climb up to a certain place and then you kick down the ladder so other people can't sort of reach you. And then as they say, it's oftentimes it's more prevalent than not only celebrities but even in entrepreneurship and business. It's like it's pervasive, whereby like obviously, but like you can see it more because of the limelight is on quote unquote celebrities, that they'll reach a certain place. Now you can't talk to them. They're unreachable. They are aloof. You can't take selfies with them or pictures with them. They won't respond to your mention. They won't respond to your messages or whatever the case is. Whether they like, I don't know. I'm not one of them, so I wouldn't necessarily know. So what do you think about that entire perception? Because I don't know if it's 100% true, but I know it can be a perception that if you are a celebrity, you're not as reachable, or if you have that sort of mindset, the whole celebrity spread, whatever the case is, that you're not reachable. What do you think about that?
I think celebrities probably do it also just for protection, like just to protect themselves, you know, because there are crazy people out there.
Yeah, we know. Hey.
But I feel like it needs to be done to a certain extent.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's always nice to know that I can, let's say Usomizi has a live.
Yeah.
And I can ask a question and he'll read it.
Yeah.
And answer it.
Yeah.
That's great. For me, you're showing me it's okay, as in you are present.
Yeah.
You are human.
Yeah.
Ne? And I think we all want that relatability from celebrities. In as much as they're celebrated, we get it.
Yeah.
They're famous, we get it.
Yeah.
They probably get death threats, we get it.
Death threats?
Yeah.
Death threats, that's a bit deep.
No, it's not deep, but I mean, like, you know, they probably, like, their lives are not normal at the end of the day.
Yeah.
They're not like you and I.
What is
just,
normal?
You know, well, that's a podcast. That's a
philosophical question. What
anyway,
is
normal? Normal is me. I'm normal. No, actually,
you are not normal.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Normal. Yeah, I get what you're saying. No, I know what you're saying.
So I'm gonna take it back to celebrities that we are more know or abafundis.
Yeah.
For me, I honestly feel like a pastor or umfundisi should not have a bodyguard. Number one.
Listen.
Whoa.
They're going to fetch
you. Yeah, they must come. I'll give them my address.
Diary of a Supermodel.
Yes, my handle is Diary of a Supermodel.
Yeah.
And I'm not even a supermodel.
You know, I was like, Diary of a Supermodel. Oh, where's Naomi Campbell? Where's Adriana Lima? Where's Giselle Bundchen?
Oh, come on. Where's Gigi Hadid?
Where is she?
I'll fetch her. She's gonna be on my life anyway. So I feel like because celebrities are very like there's not much we can do because that's the lifestyle they choose and we need to respect it.
Yeah. Okay.
But influential people like pastors, for me, I feel like I should not be having a problem of getting in touch with a pastor. Yeah. And I'm talking South African because I mean TD Jakes, he probably has like 10,000 bodyguards like following him because everybody wants his attention.
I mean, amazing.
Yeah, exactly. So just your normal pastor, like Pastor Wakunji.
Yeah.
Like, why do you have a bodyguard?
I'm making the assumption that I have.
Why do you have a PA? Yeah, I'm assuming. Why do you have a bodyguard?
Yeah.
Why do you have a PA?
Why do you need a
Why
private
does it
jet?
take so long? Why do you have a private jet? Why do you have a Rolls Royce?
They were blessed.
Okay, no, that's another topic for another thing. Like, I should be able to reach you because you are the closest thing to my faith that is in a human form.
Yeah.
I understand Uguti, why must the pastor have bodyguards? For ini. Like, I feel like they seclude themselves so much that
and this is not all of them.
And this is not all of them.
Yeah, okay.
But it gets to a point where it's like this person is reverenced, like like I can't like no it's just
so that human element, that human touch is like, removed and it's no longer there.
And then it's just once again a business transaction. I go to church, then I'm out of there. Then I hear the word, then I'm out of there. So for me, it's like, oh, okay. So now our pastors are now celebrities as well.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't make sense. That makes no sense to me at all.
Yeah.
I understand why celebrities are the way they are, but I feel like it needs to be done to a certain extent and to a certain limit, especially with people who are now interfering with the spirituality of us and pastors. No, guys. Like, I want to see you in a mall and not be scared to approach you.
Yeah.
If I see Bonang at a mall, I'm going to be scared to approach her.
Yeah.
But if I see a pastor that I know, I don't want to be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
No, like if you approach umuntu,
yeah.
Sabantu sonke, why manje noma bodyguard ay 10, I can't even like point at him.
Who's trying to kill these people if they need bodyguards? No, I don't know. Like the only reason that you
protection.
From what? Who's trying to kill you?
People are evil.
Okay, but who's trying to kill you?
And people's intentions are evil.
What is it?
Okay. Like I remember, not everyone is happy for you. Not everyone is happy to see you succeed, and people will do anything.
So there's two sides. So there's two sides to the story. There's two sides to this concept of celebrity spirit, right? So, so like you said, number one, the reason that have to distance themselves because now you're in the public eye.
Yep.
And your life is not so much yours anymore.
Yep.
You know, everything you do, like the most criticized and scrutinized NBA player in history is LeBron James. LeBron James. We have the same name, so.
That's where it comes from.
James,
why do you always go on about LeBron?
King James. I don't always go on about LeBron.
You do.
When was
the last time you did?
I talked about LeBron.
Oh, you did. Boy,
yeah, like he's the most scrutinized player in NBA history. Everything he does is under the microscope. He tweets something. It's an entire sports segment discussion. The Kardashians as well. So like there's one time I think LeBron just made a statement or he tweeted something, and then it was an entire sports segment for like an hour. They just talked about it, they dissected it. If he has a bad game, he's scrutinized. If he has a good game, it's so subpar. And having to deal with that level of celebrity, that level of being in the public eye. And I believe he's handling it quite well. But like if that's your life, it's no longer normal anymore. So now you need to put in like stopgaps.
Can I make another example?
Yeah.
Or Nicki Minaj.
She
went on a live by mistake.
By mistake, yeah.
Do you know how many people were watching? It was just blackness.
Oh yeah. I thought
more than a million people were on there waiting. Like Sonke, we were waiting to see what is she gonna do.
Oh yeah.
More than a million.
So then if you have that type of attention on your life because you've worked hard to get there. Now you're protecting whatever life it is that you have. Maybe that's why they're like, no, I have to be selective. That's one side of the story
and we get it.
That I understand.
No,
that
we
I
get
understand.
It.
Then there's the other side where the people who may think they're celebrities.
And it's always the ones who think they are that are like,
no, I'm not good.
Who are you? I don't speak to juniors.
Who? What? Like, and this is everywhere. You've got corporate celebrities. You've got entrepreneurs.
Sure.
Well, so
that are not even celebrities in Njabulo, like in your workplace. Oh,
come on.
Unabantu that actually are so cocky that it's insane. As Konomunye, back in KZN, she was a manager. She wasn't even like hi manager. She was just a manager.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't speak to juniors.
You don't speak to juniors?
Yeah, because I was there. I think I was still like I was a PA or something.
Yeah.
And I was asking her something and she's like, I don't speak to juniors.
Jeez.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah, who hurt you?
I was like, yo, like
who hurt you?
Yeah.
Jeez, like,
so
like because one of it's interesting to me that some of the most successful people that I've interacted with are willing to extend a helping hand.
Really?
No, some of the most because if you were to take Black Coffee, for example, he's like, these are stories that I've heard, I don't know firsthand. He's willing to give other DJs an opportunity to shine, put them under put them on the map, and extend. Okay, so like, this is what you want to do. I'm willing to extend that helping hand. And you know how he's in a league of his own when it comes to like DJs in the country. So that's sort of like telling me something. And then those people who are like sort of trying to build a name for themselves, it's amazing that they won't reach or help other people. Why? Like,
because they're not there yet. It's like Black Coffee has made it, so he's got no reason to like shine on someone who's trying to make it. He's already made a name for himself. Nobody does not know who Black Coffee is. Like, if you don't know Black Coffee, something's wrong with you. I mean, no Black Coffee. They don't go to the clubs, but they know Black Coffee. So there's no need for him to be like no to people. Like, he's made his point. If you've made your point, you won't find reason to bring another person or someone who's trying to come up down. There's no reason for you to.
So that comes down. So what you're telling me is that a person like that is secure.
Yeah, you've made your point.
They're not insecure. So you tell so could it be that people who are insecure don't want to help other people come up? Can that be a thing?
Not insecure, but I think they're very selfish in Njabulo. We live in a very selfish era.
Yeah, that's very true.
People are very selfish, and everybody's looking out for themselves, honestly. So if I'm trying to get up, I'm trying to get up, and I'm going to do everything to try to get up.
Yeah.
Okay. But
this is
obviously
Game of Thrones or Hunger Games.
Yeah, but then now it comes back to again. It then comes back to you, because I can try and get up. But if someone else is trying to be at the level that I am right now, I don't mind helping them because of who I am. But if I'm not like that, then I'm going to be like, no, who are you? I don't speak to juniors.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing. I don't speak to juniors.
I've met senior consultants like that. I'm like, you're a junior. I'm not going to help you to put this presentation together. How dare you? I'm like, what? I don't really get it.
Feel nothing.
I feel absolutely nothing. Next.
Yeah. So for me, yeah.
Okay. So like going back into a deeper topic. This is based off of your relationship or the marriage that didn't work the way it could. So like, what should you consider before getting married or getting into a very serious relationship, based on your experience? Because now, honestly, this is the point of like authority, right? Because you've lived it. It's not something you read in a book. You've lived it. So now, going back, what advice would you give to the 22-year-old you? You go back into a time machine, go back into a 22-year-old you, and what advice would you give that person other than Njabulo is a really good guy? What would you say, like, before you get into a marriage? Like, there's sometimes some books that say before you do, based on your experience. What should people know before they commit themselves to a marriage or a very intense relationship?
I think the say that says to thyself be true.
Yeah.
Like that is, it's so cliche.
Yeah.
But to thyself
be true.
Be true.
Yeah.
Like, you need to know who you are. Because when I was 22, I didn't know who I was.
Is it?
I was like floating. I was in love.
Yeah.
I was like, I got love on the brain.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters.
Yeah.
But to thyself be true. And if you are true to who you are, when you do allow someone else to be in your space and allow someone else to experience the goodness, which is who you are, it puts a lot of things into perspective. Because if you're true to yourself, you'll know a lot of things already before you even allow someone to date you. Yeah. So if you're true to yourself, my first advice would be true to who you are. Yeah. And be like in all ways, like honesty. Like, I think the hardest thing for us is to be honest with ourselves. Which, you know what? This is me. Yeah. I'm like this, like this, like this. Yeah. I'm lazy, I'm this, I'm that, I'm all these things. Yeah. I think we shun away from being honest with ourselves. Yes. So being true to yourself, you'll understand more once you do embark on a relationship. It's okay. This is who I am. This is me. And then this is the other person. Yeah. And then how do we move forward? Yeah. So that's my first advice. My second advice, what I advise myself is talk. Like, talk. I wish, I don't know. Talk. I wish someone was just like, just talk. Just talk. Can you just stop being scared of talking?
To voice your opinion.
Talk. That's my second thing. Talk. Kuluma. Like, what's the worst that can happen?
I don't know.
Just talk. My advice to my 22-year-old: talk. Yeah. Those are the two things that I think.
Be true to yourself and talk.
Be true to yourself and talk.
It's amazing.
If I knew those two things when I was 22, I don't think I'd probably even get married to him. I don't think I probably would have married him. Yeah. Yeah. I'd probably be like, no, I know myself. I know my worth. Yeah. I'm not marrying you. You're not the one. Yeah. But because I was lacking in both of those things, I went blindly into something that could have been amazing. But because
you were not really prepared.
That is dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't prepared.
Yeah, I'm going to go try this car. I'm not license.
You drive a license. Like, what am I expecting? Am I expecting to succeed? This is why I'm so open and saying I failed.
Yeah.
I failed. I literally tried something that I wasn't prepared for, and I failed.
And you didn't.
Simple.
There was,
like, this not even complicated. I failed. Like, it's like you just study for a test. You're gonna fail.
Yeah.
What are you expecting? Are you expecting a different result?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No. I failed.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for that exam.
And
I wasn't ready for that exam.
Someone said, "Don't cry over a result that you didn't prepare for."
Hey.
I was like, "No, I'm not ready to hear that. I'm not ready to hear that."
That is actually deep.
Don't cry about a result that you didn't prepare for.
No, but prepare to what extent, though?
Like you focal preparation, like you didn't prepare.
No, but I cry over that.
Yeah, well, like it was like harsh advice. Like, don't, Kalilan, you weren't prepared, and you know you weren't prepared.
Yeah,
why are you crying?
But I was stupid enough to decide to still carry on, even though I was prepared. So I think it's actually the decision.
So do you take full 100% ownership of how that the management? Or do you 100%? I'm asking. I'm just asking.
I take
some percentage wise. Because there's this book called
50.
Yeah, 50. Oh, 50-50.
50 for me, 50 for him. I see
the equal. Half.
Yeah.
Taking half.
I want it all. Half. Yeah. No, half. No, I take half right now. Purely because I feel like I haven't heard his side of the story.
Yeah, and that's an important thing to understand. Another person's side of the story.
I don't know what he. I honestly, till this day, I don't know what it is that I did wrong. Yeah. And I know I did stuff wrong. Yeah. I'm not perfect.
Of course, no, you're not.
That's what I'm saying. Half. I can't take full.
Yeah.
Aye.
On off.
Oh no, okay. No.
There's a book called Extreme Ownership.
Yeah.
I think it's by Yako. I can't remember what his surname is. I'll have to look at it.
Yeah.
Well, he said you need to take 100% ownership of everything. And there was this other guide that I read that the only reason that you ever failed in life or anything is 100% because of you. And I can see that. I can see the merit to that statement and that argument. Because if you were to look at what did I not do, and had I done these things, would the result have been different?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Definitely.
Now I know, but I'm just trying to gauge what you feel about that 100% ownership and responsibility for pretty much everything that happens.
Maroksala, I failed.
Yeah, no, which is a brave thing to admit. Yeah. It was a very brave thing to admit, to say like I failed.
I wasted my time.
Hey, that time is something you can't get back.
I can't.
You can't get time.
I literally cannot. I can't.
Yeah. So another like I remember reading somewhere that if someone wastes your time for the first time, make sure they don't do it again.
And also if somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Yeah,
that is.
Yeah,
I'm writing that down.
If someone shows you who they are, Njabulo, believe them.
I think that's your quote. That's your quote for the day.
Yo, guys. I learned that the hard way. If somebody shows
you who they are,
believe them, Njabulo.
You.
Like, this is why I need to mean I want to they're selfish. If somebody shows you to selfish man, like you guys are still on your first date, and they're showing you I'm stingy, believe them, because they are stingy. Like,
what do you think is going to change?
Believe that shit. Guys. If someone shows you they don't care about you, believe it.
No, they'll change.
Don't try. No, that's the mistake we're making. That's
they'll change.
Mistake. Now I said he'll change. I'm crying every night. He'll change. No, nigga. Nigga's still the same till this day. When was he gonna change? If somebody shows you who they are, believe them.
Yeah.
Done. I wonder if you live by that, then you'll be fine. You'll sail through life
you'll sail.
If someone's showing me they're not interested in me, believe them, because they're not.
When you're disrespectful to men. Okay, I see.
Believe it, because people generally show what, like, it's who they are. Banjalo every day. So why would you not believe it? Believe it.
Wow, that's bars. Biggie could not have written something like that. That's a very powerful insight. Jeez, that's got me thinking. If someone shows you who they are,
yes. Think about all your relationships. Think about even like your past relationships that people actually were showing you who they were, but you just never believed it. Because you're trying to form some sort of a ideal for yourself. No, I want selfish.
It goes back to the entire thing you said, be true to yourself. Because now you're not being true to yourself by not believing them when they're showing you who they are.
You're literally bypassing umuntu that is showing you straight up, Uti, I'm a selfish motherfucker. You're literally bypassing that. Like, literally. Umuntu is showing you, like, motherfucker.
I'm a pathological liar. Like, no, you'll
Come on, guys. Come on. Nah, guys.
Do you know
we're wasting our time.
Do you know how many relationship stories
like,
I've heard of saying, this guy was a pathological liar, this girl was a pathological liar? Why is it man?
Like, guys,
why do we like it lying?
Come on, guys,
but
we're wasting our time.
Wow, that was a powerful insight. If someone is showing you what was it again? If somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Yeah, he only beats me on Tuesdays.
I mean, what?
Only on Tuesdays.
Imagine
8 o'clock.
Imagine.
Yeah, and you don't want to move away from it. And also, what do you say to people about staying in? I'm sure as people who stay in a relationship way too long, knowing that. What's your take on that? People staying in a relationship too long.
I think it's a mental thing.
Yeah.
Because I did that.
Yeah. It's a mental thing. What's going on in your psyche when you? Because I honestly think that your intuition won't lie to you when you got to a certain point. It's not gonna work. And you still stay.
I think a lot goes on in your mind.
Yeah.
But you stay or you hold on to the little that you still know exists. Which then gives you kind of like some sense of hope that will translate into something better.
Yeah.
So you're staying, but you're holding on to that one last thing that you think, I want to.
Yeah.
He'll never lose his beauty, so I'm gonna hold on to it because he's so good looking, and you hope that will translate into him being a better man, which is a very unrealistic hope. But you stay also because of your own reputation.
What are people going to think?
What people are going to say. You stay because staying ensures, or rather gives you that sense of belonging, because you're still there. And as much as like it's over, but at least you belong to something, and you belong to the marriage. And that's the other reason you stay. You stay also maybe for the sake of your kids. I mean, I had a child, so I was like, I would love my child to experience growing up with both parents, because I did. And I don't regret that. And I would love for her to actually go through the same thing. But guess what?
Life didn't work that way.
My happiness came first. I'm like, nah. Fuck the child. I want to be happy.
You hear that yet too? She's saying live.
and not even in a bad way.
We're going to play this for her.
No.
Isn't she like turning 7 soon?
Yeah, next year. She's 6.
She's 6 years old.
6, yeah.
Alright, 6 years. She can still comprehend stuff.
No,
I'll play this for her.
Only that part. Just play that part.
Your mother doesn't care what you. I'm kidding, no.
You stay because of your kids? Those are the reasons that I stayed. And also you stay because you love the person. And if you believe in love like me, you'll stay because you're like, I still love you. And as much as everything is going on, I still love you. I may not be into you, I still love you. I still care about you. And then you reach a point where you're like, no, not worth it. I'm leaving. Then you leave. But those are the factors for me that made me still stay.
Even though you knew.
Even though I knew it was over a long time ago. Like long time ago. I knew it. Like my intuition was like, this is not for you. But I still stayed. This is not for you. But I was still there. Like literally, like he showed me who he was within the first couple of months, and I didn't believe him. I didn't believe him.
And then also like it's understandable why you would have stayed given all those factors around it. Also you're still young. I mean, like, what do you actually know about life when you're 22?
Nothing. I felt nothing. And I knew nothing.
You don't know anything at 22.
Nothing.
Like something like, I'm a 20-year-old life coach. You haven't lived. What are you going to tell me about life you haven't lived?
Which life have you been living?
Exactly.
22.
20, definitely. I mean, you don't know much.
I knew nothing, Njabulo. I honestly went into that.
You're 32 years old now. You still don't know. You haven't got any...
Dude.
Yeah, you haven't got life figured out.
Dude. Imagine when I was like a kid. I was literally a kid.
Yeah.
Walking blindly so
Yeah.
into something that was bigger than me. But I stayed.
Yeah.
And I'm writing a book called
But I stayed. 5 reasons why I tolerated.
No, not even 5 reasons. It's just gonna be but I stayed. No blurb, nothing. Just but I stayed.
But I stayed.
But I stayed.
Yeah.
I stayed.
Wow. Okay. Geez, that's interesting. Okay, so as I told you, true to form, it's been 2 hours 17 minutes.
Wow.
I told you.
God.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm a conversation. This is what I do. Hey, yo, it's what I do. It's what I do.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So let's talk. We're gonna go through to a speed round.
Okay.
Yeah. So speed round is I'll say a word, and or an idea or a concept, and then you talk around it, right? So this is completely
like impromptu.
Yes, this is impromptu, unprepared.
Oh my gosh. I used to hate those things in school.
And it is. Okay, cool.
Puts you on the spot.
Well, so I think I'll start with an easy one for you. Okay, cool.
Easy.
Yeah. Easy.
Yeah.
Truth.
Like I'm talking about truth.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm not. I find that a lot of people hide their truths. Nami, sometimes I hide my truth.
Yeah.
Because of what people will say, etc., etc. But I feel like it's so important that you firstly know what your truth is.
Yeah.
Before you let somebody else into your space and into who you are. For me, guys, please be truthful to me, and I'll be truthful to you.
Yeah.
Tit for tat. Yeah. For me, just find your own truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Especially in the world that we're trying to all impress people and impress this one, impress that one.
Yeah.
But to thyself be true. Thank you.
Okay, cool. What do you think about this this term? You have to try it.
I try a lot of things when I hear that, but also just based on reviews. I don't just try things. I don't just try things, but I am a try of things. I'm a team player. My boss always commends me. She says, "You know what? You're scared of things, like you're scared of heights, but you'll bungee. You're scared of this, but you do it because you like trying things.
Yeah.
And it's very important to try things.
Yes.
Because that's how you learn. That's how you grow.
Yeah, how you evolve. Yeah.
Like trying. Always try, and it's a forced. This is pumilili. Like doesn't matter. Like we are forcing.
I don't care. I'm going
like,
to persist.
Like for me, trying.
Yeah.
100%.
But like honestly, towards the right things. It's
what are the right things?
Yeah, like not to try force something that.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
I believe in trying, but not forcing.
Trying things. with intention.
You
can't just be trying to like do something ridiculous, but try to be like, for example, trying to be an entrepreneur. You can try to do that.
Yeah.
It's not an unrealistic, unachievable thing. You can try.
Okay. All right. Cool. The entertainment industry.
I follow it. I love it.
You love it. What do you love about it?
Come on, it's entertaining. I mean, I think the whole thing is that it's
well,
entertaining.
I should have got that.
Yeah. No, it's entertaining. I think entertainers do best they do their job.
Yeah.
They entertain us. And I'd love to be an entertainer. You know what I always say, guys, a trend. Like my sisters always laugh at me. They'll be like, Dudu, why did you paint your nails in 3 colors? I'm like, guys, I'm a trend.
You're trending.
I'm a trend. Like, I'm a vibe.
She's
like, guys,
a whole vibe.
I'm a whole vibe.
A whole vibe. I have vibes on my show.
Yeah, no, you got a vibe. Entertainment industry. I follow it and I am entertained. But sometimes I feel like some content is not as entertaining, but I'm enjoying the variety of entertainment that is what it is today, and how easy it is now for almost anybody to be an entertainer.
Yeah.
Because like there's so many platforms for you to express yourself, but also just some of us do it for the wrong reasons, to be famous, and not all of us were destined to be famous.
Yeah.
And some of us were destined to be famous, but
it's a burden that I carry.
Yeah, are you famous? I don't know, you're famous. Are you famous?
I'm on my way there.
Okay.
I'm on my way there.
We'll meet you at the top.
Yeah,
meet you at the top.
Meet you at the top,
Yeah.
And then I'll be creating another top so you can meet me there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
and then we'll create another one above yours.
Like DJ.
You see black people pulling each other down.
It's not even pulling each other. It's just like, I'm talking about breaking barriers here.
Okay,
I'll get to one pleasure and then move to another.
Yes.
And then another.
Yes, sir.
Be like a DJ cut of success. Another one. You know. Leave me alone. Okay, cool. Makeup.
Like makeup?
Yeah, makeup, yeah.
I don't like makeup.
You don't like makeup? Why
I
not?
don't like makeup.
Yeah?
Only because of what it does to my skin.
Okay.
But otherwise, I'm a fan. I watch tutorials of makeup all the time.
Yeah?
I just feel like right now my skin is not in a space where I could be wearing makeup every day.
Yeah.
But I love makeup.
You love it?
I'm a girly girl. So nails, makeup, I'm that girl.
Yeah, okay. Well,
I'm that girl.
yeah, I can tell. All right.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think of this one? Climbing out of personal hell.
Of personal hell. I think it is a tough journey to climb out of your own personal shit.
Yeah.
Is very hard.
Yeah.
And it's hard because in as much as there's people around you, you're alone.
Yeah.
And nobody else can take you out of that personal hell but yourself.
Yeah.
You may have people who are, oh no, you can do this, don't worry about. But it's a me thing.
Yeah.
It's a me, like you're in it. When you know how you feel in your own personal hell.
Yeah.
So climbing out of it for me, and I still think that the parts of me that are still trying to climb out of my own personal hell, because I am my biggest enemy.
You are.
And I'm my own biggest procrastinator, because if I don't do things, then no one else is going to do it for me.
Yeah, that's very true.
I'm still climbing out of my personal hell, because there are a lot of things
It's
that I
a
feel like,
day-to-day thing, eh?
Yeah, it's a day-to-day thing, but it's achievable. It's doable though, Njabulo.
Yeah.
It's a mental thing.
Yeah.
Which I'm still working on. There's a lot of things that I really still like mentally have in my head that are just there and I can't get rid of, in as much as they were like in the past.
Yeah.
But they still haunt me, and they're still like, they're just there hammering on me like, no, chick, no, remember this, remember that thing, remember. Yeah. So it's a daily battle.
Yeah.
But it gets better. It gets better once you're out of the deep shit.
Yeah. So there's light at the end of the tunnel, even though you can't see the tunnel.
No, there is.
Yeah. There's the poem I read that says, well, it's not a poem, it's a statement that says, even though you can't see the sun, just know that the sun is still there.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, and even if you don't see it, like that's, I think for me, the point where just know that it's there. It's almost saying to me, imagine it.
Yeah.
And if I can imagine anything and I actually do get to see it, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Because if I can imagine a better relationship, I'll probably be in one.
Yeah.
Because I know it's there.
Yeah.
I know it's there.
What you see is what you'll be.
Yeah. And I'm going to speak to the universe. Relationship, come to me.
But you must have money.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Have money for yourself. No, have money for yourself.
But
now I have money for myself.
Oh, okay.
Full stop. There's no buts. There's no comma.
No comma. No question mark.
Nope.
No ellipsis.
Have money for yourself. Me, I have money for myself. Yeah. Then you're fair.
Yeah, they say money can't buy happiness.
Nope.
Everybody want to fight.
Of course they do, and it's such a conniving quote, but I love it. It says exactly, like,
everybody
literally
wants to fight for themselves.
Yes, we all do.
Money can't buy happiness.
Like, because rich people are very somber. Okay, not all of them.
No,
very somber people, but I want to see Nami.
I would.
But
it's easy.
Because I might believe that.
It's easy, but I think it's easier to cope with your problems at the back of a Rolls Royce that you.
Like they say, it's easier to cry about your husband cheating on you in a Rolls Royce than in a
Polo
shack.
Vivo.
Yeah. I'd rather be crying in a Bentley. Yes, I'll do that. I'd be crying in a Bentley, like, oh my gosh, he's cheating on me, and I'm wiping myself with dollar bills.
Yeah, yes. Like, yes, please pass me the Hennessy.
I need to go.
Give me that.
Like
I actually need to read about
I'm gonna buy myself a Louis Vuitton bag.
Yeah, the Louis Vuitton bag or
Balenciaga
or Channel.
I'm so depressed. My husband is cheating on me. I'm gonna buy myself Balenciaga, please. Like
what
that kind of
problems
problems. Exactly. Manje, if you like, like you're saying isinkwa. Your car will have saying isinkwa si brown. Exactly. Isinkwa is peanut butter, and you're crying because those men be cheating on you.
Yeah, if I'm going to be like dead honest to people, I would rather be miserable with like 10 billion US dollars. Rather. At least I'll be able to do things that make me happier. Like I'll buy like.
In as much as it's not the long-term happiness, but it happens even with normal people though. Even though you're not rich, but if you like something stressing out, you go shopping or whatever. Because
retail therapy. Yeah, definitely. Like money gives you options.
But what happens when like you get tired of the options? Because you can't when you're buying yourself bags all the time. I mean, like seriously.
And like, do you know, like there's a study done that the people who use money for experiences versus things are generally happier. So, for example, let's say I've got $5,000 right now, and then instead of me buying a Persian rug, I say I'm taking all my friends, we're going to go to on a trip, and you build these memories. That the experience makes you happy. Yeah, it generally makes you happier.
But what if the experience of buying a handbag makes me happy too?
No, you're buying something. No, so you can have the experience of going to buy something, or you can have the experience of buying an experience. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. So like this.
So umuntu who uses their or rather sends mali yakhe to, they'd rather go on a holiday than buy property. So you're saying that experience, they are more happier because they've actually experienced their money in some kind of a way and not just in a straight direct kind
well,
of
I'm
way.
not going to talk about property. Property is an investment. So I'm talking about like if you're just going to blow it, right? Like if you're just taking money to just blow it. I'm like, a handbag is not an investment. I don't care what anyone says. Unless you're going to resell it at a higher price. Unless you go resell it at a higher price. So maybe this is my bias coming through, or my bigotry, or my prejudice, or whatever the case. Hey, to thine or self be true.
Yes, and I'm believing you.
Yeah,
I am believing you.
Believe me. If you don't believe me, that's your issue. That's your endeavor. Yeah. For me, I'd rather buy a PlayStation 5 that's coming out right now, because that. So
what is that game?
That's giving me an experience of enjoying the games. You know.
But how much is the PS5?
The PS5, we don't know the prices yet, but it's going to be retailing for about between 13 and 18,000 rand.
Okay, with that money you can like take someone out.
I know.
Give to charity and making you feel bad now.
Who is charity?
I'm charity. Fuck.
You are charity.
I don't need to be in the street to be charity.
I don't know who charity is. Charity does not work for me.
Yo, 18K, bro, on a game.
It's not a game. It's a gaming system.
There we go. Woo! Yeah, I want to have defensive. I'm so on a PS5. It's not a game. It's a gaming. Yeah, it's not a bag. It's a Balenciaga.
Okay, yeah,
Thank
sure.
you very much.
Yeah, listen, whatever. Like I said, in Inspire Success, you spend money according to your highest values.
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm just going back to the study where they compared people who buy things versus experiences. People who buy
that is true, though.
Are generally happier with the money.
I can say that is true.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So that has been Dudu Ntuli on the NJ podcast, and that's me, Njabulo James. We've had quite an interesting conversation, and this is. I will have to invite you again for another show.
Please do.
I will invite you again for another show. So this is episode number 12. Yeah, 12. Jeez, this is a good one.
Lucky number 12.
Lucky number. There's 12 a lucky number.
Well, my books it is.
Yeah, your books is a number. Me, it's a number. Yeah, Jesus had 12 disciples, so there you go.
Thank you. Thank you.
And there are 12 elders in the Old Testament.
Oh my God!
Done. 12 times 12 is 144, and apparently some people think 144,000 people, only 144,000 people getting into heaven. So there you go.
This guy must just be a pastor.
No, thank you very much. Yeah. And if I want to take, I feel nothing for that. Like I'll share inspiration motivation. That's a much better thing because I can sleep better at night. If I'm taking your money, you must know I'm taking your money.
No, but I'm believing you. I'm believing you.
Yeah, believe me. So that's Njabulo James on the NJ podcast. And remember that success is a progressive realization of a worthy ideal. That means that you are doing what you've always wanted to do, and not because another person is forcing you to do so. And remember, that you should live according to your highest values, and the last bar that she shared. If somebody shows you who they are, you better believe them. Thank you very much for joining me, Dudu. It's been a great time.
Thank you.
I told you.
It's a wrap.
I told you. Yeah, you can take those headphones off. I told you. Jalil.
It's a wrap.
That's a wrap, people. Now you can join me for outtakes where we're just going to be talking. You don't face the camera, bro. Oh, you there. Lendlela esihambayo. Oh, you there. Huh?
You must invite me and my sisters for our next podcast.
No, I feel nothing for them.
Njabulo, don't be like that.
What do you mean I mustn't be like that?
Why are you being that guy?
Why am I being like what?
That guy.
That guy. I'm just that guy. I'm just being that guy. Like, yeah.
Are we not too close? Social distancing?
Yeah?
We're not too close to each other.
What are they gonna do?
Nothing.
What are they gonna do?
Njabulo, where are your masks?
Where are my masks? They're here.
You know the trolls.
Huh?
The internet trolls. Where are your masks?
I don't care about internet trolls. No, seriously, I just don't. I don't care about internet trolls. I've had people comment on pictures of mine, and if it's negative, I don't know. Like, so they'll be like, for example, I was speaking, and they're like, "What is this guy going to teach us?" I just kept it moving.
Wow.
No, I just kept it moving. Certain things I just don't have time for. Me personally, for my own personal peace.
No, and you can't have time for it if you want to progress in life.
Yeah, I know, if you want to focus on life.
Yep.
And also, like, I was like back on that whole celebrity spirit type of thing. It's something I've been thinking about.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like my siblings, they would have that, they'd reach out to celebrities, and then they'd screw them over, and then they won't give them the time of day or whatever the case is. And then I've also tried myself in terms of interviewing people for books.
So you've also experienced it?
Yeah, it's a very real thing. It's a very, very real thing. And then I try to understand them. Let me try to understand where they're coming from. Then that entire thing of, maybe they're just protecting themselves, or maybe they're just assholes.
Yep.
And some of them
it's either one or two. Yeah.
Some of them are. Some of them
unnecessarily so.
Yeah.
Like
there's no need.
There's no need.
Like, and I won't act like I'm sure I've reciprocated the same treatment to somebody else. I'm sure I've done it. Where someone reaches out and I just don't respond. I need to go check people I didn't respond to.
Wow.
I'm sure I've done it.
So you've got DMs that you haven't answered.
Yeah, some people, like, this whole thing sliding into your DMs.
Yeah.
Some people are just inappropriate. No.
Like, to what extent? I think I haven't experienced that. That's why I'm just when someone is like, "Yo, people starting," I'm like,
here's a
how does that feel?
I had a crazy story where for me it was you don't have to like stand up up. You can just relax. Relax.
My mom.
Yeah. Well, what did she want to know? Yeah.
Video call.
Trying to video call. Check with this busy there.
And my sister was also calling me. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had someone like WhatsApp me. I don't know where they got my number from, and they said, I want you to join my girlfriend and I for a threesome.
What?
Yeah.
WhatsApp.
Yeah, on WhatsApp.
Not Instagram.
Not even Instagram. That's actually weird. That was a very weird thing. I'm like, that's where I just brought out Jesus. I'm like, you need to have Jesus. I'll pray for you and goodbye. So
what did they say? What did the other person say?
Didn't respond. Block immediately. That's crazy. I didn't think stuff like that happened. I was like, wow, that's an amazing thing. But then I got to a point. Have you seen the movie The Godfather?
No.
You haven't seen The Godfather? I don't know why I'm asking you the second time. It makes it as if it's going to change.
Did you?
like, you haven't seen The Godfather?
Nope.
No, I haven't seen The Godfather.
No,
you just told me.
Nope.
It's not going to change anything.
No, it's not.
My favorite quote there that I still now I live by is that the guy said he says this because the Godfather, the head of the crime family, said, "Can you please do this favor? Give my godson this part in this movie." And this producer was like, "If you were to ask any other favor, I'd be able to assist him." And then the messenger, he said, which is stuck to me, says he doesn't ask a second favor once he's been refused the first.
Wow.
Understood?
Yep.
And then I was like, yeah, actually, that I should adopt that mindset, because what is, like, now you're valuing yourself. Now I'm not gonna go beg another person all the time.
Yeah.
Do you want to beg people all the time?
Nope.
No, I don't want to do that. Like, I've asked you once, and if you don't want to,
Because I tried when I'm reaching out to this person is not a celebrity name, but they obviously have their own celebrityness that they have created.
Yeah.
They are successful in some way, and I approached them like, look, I would love to have you on one of my lives. You're a single mom. I don't know if she's a single mom actually, but she's a mom, working mom, almost probably facing the same kind of challenges that I am as a black woman and as a mother. And she's like, she took 2 days to respond. I was grateful that she responded. I'm like, oh, thank you, at least she responded. She's like, hey, blah blah blah, let's no, great, that's nice to meet you, because I had to kind of like break down and explain who I am before I kind of go into, okay, I want you to do a live with me, because some people, they're gonna be like, Uban, like, what relevance do you have to me, or why did you like DM me? So okay, I told her who I am, how old I am, just a brief description of what I want from her. And then she's like, okay, great, no, we can do that. So I'm like, okay, cool, I'll send you questions so that we kind of have an idea of what we'll speak about. Please, this is not an interview, this is just a conversation between two women. It needs to be as natural, because I mean, it's impromptu to a certain extent, but it's just a conversation that I would love to have with you. She's like, okay, cool. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna send you questions, blah blah blah. Cool. I'm like, hey, please give me your number, because I need to send you questions, and I'm not gonna be DMing you questions. Like, that's ridiculous. She gives me her number. I then ask her. I'm like, because for me it's so important to kind of have a feel of who you are before I actually have you on my life, because I need to know how you make me feel. If you intimidate me, if you make me feel uncomfortable. So I'm like, okay, can I please just call you? We can video call, whatever you want, just so I can like speak to you, because angwazi. I'd love to just connect with you, and even it's on a deep level, but just connect with you and see like how like, do we gel, do we like clash, will we like be speaking over each other, like what kind of a person are you, because I don't know you personally. And she's like, I look very terrible, so I don't want to do video call. I'm like, okay, we all look terrible. It's lockdown. We're all working from home. Like, no one is perfect right now. It's not even about that. She's like, no, but then I'll let you know when to call me.
I'll let you, okay.
I'll let you know. Did she ever?
I'm asking, no.
Did Pepetala? She never. Like, I was waiting. I've been waiting for that WhatsApp. I've been waiting. I'm like, okay, should I then ask her again?
But like, people,
I want a thin line between begging. That's why I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna leave her.
Because
like, I need her.
You really need her,
but maybe I don't need her that much.
Okay.
Because I'm belonging to pride as well.
In
as much as it's not a good thing.
I
don't want to beg. Like, I've told you, Njabulo, I'd love to do this. Can we just video call just to get a vibe, so that now you also know what's going on? Like, what are you dealing with actually? Am I overly like, am I gonna talk over you? Am I too shy? Am I like you need to, I need to have a sense of, because the viewers will pick up. Okay, firstly, you're not a celebrity. You are not Unomza Mumbata. So obviously I can't just call you randomly. You are just another damn human being.
Is she a celebrity, Numza?
Okay, that's another issue.
No, I'm just asking, like, I don't know.
She's a celebrity to other people.
No.
To other people.
I'm not asking about other people. It's like, how do you define what a celebrity is?
A celebrity is someone who's celebrated, for me. So if
for whatever form.
Whatever. Even the porn stars are celebrities, because they're celebrated for their porn. And the work that they do on camera. If you are celebrated, you are a celebrity. Njabulo, if you are celebrated, you are a celebrity. Done. Ayikho qualification odingayo ukuba celeb, guys. Ayikho. Like, Unomzamo is a celebrity. Bonang is a celeb, because people celebrate them for whatever that
for whatever work that they do. I hadn't thought about it that way.
If you're celebrated, you're a celebrity. That is the meaning of a celebrity. I think that's why. Okay. So this girl, like, she's not even like.
She ghosts you.
She ghosted me. She proper ghosted me. I did not hear from her ever.
Did you reach out again, or you're like, no, next?
I'm like, no. That is one thing.
No.
No, nigga. No, guys. It's not even like in a way to like.
He doesn't ask the second favor once you've been refused the first.
I mean, exactly. Yeah. Back to that point, Uti. Like, what? Then what is the line of Uti begging, and like, where do you draw the line? Do I need to ask her again? Will that mean? Am I showing desperation? Am I like? How is that translating?
Hi,
am I begging?
Person
like,
X.
Yeah.
Following up on our conversation. If you don't hear from that, finished.
So I must give it another chance. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, like, because, like, honestly, aside of the story,
annoyed.
aside of the story that I didn't consider is that maybe they got busy. Maybe they.
I get busy too.
Yeah, no.
But Njabulo, remember, like you were saying,
if somebody values you, they're going to give you the time. Yeah.
And if you're investing, and if you really wanted to help me, and if you really wanted to be a part of a good cause.
Yeah.
And she also, the funny thing is, she also reaches out to celebrities, Gemanj.
Oh.
And they actually like respond to it. Yeah. And
so
they go on her vlogs and her blog. So like, why ngafuni like uguti like I'm actually in a way I'm complimenting her.
I don't know other person.
I'm actually complimenting her in a way.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're doing good things.
Yeah.
I'd love to have you on my show. Ngafuni, just say so. Like if you're not interested, because I'm not a celebrity.
Yeah.
Just say so. I won't be offended. I'll be like, okay, great. See you at the top.
Next, keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
Yeah.
It's nothing personal, but I just feel like, where do we draw the line?
Yeah,
desperation.
Yeah, that's the thing. I had a mentor. Like one of the biggest things that he ever taught me. He'd go off there and give a business presentation, and then he'd say that this is just looking for investors. And what he would always say is that this business, I know it works. And with or without you, it's going to be a success. Okay. Now, the question that you need to ask yourself, are you going to be a part of that success? I'm like, that's a great mindset to have, because if you're strong enough in your mind to say, with or without you, I'm going to go and succeed. I'm going to make this a success. The question you need to ask yourself is, are you going to be a part of that? Yes or no? And if it's a no, there's nothing wrong. Okay. I'm going to keep on moving because I'm going to move on to the next one. On to the next one, as I like to say. But yeah, because I used to beg people, and I can't do it anymore. It's not part of my economy anymore. I'm not going to beg. I think the fine line is following up versus begging. I think following up is fine, but for me to beg another person.
No, but I'm irritated with the following up though.
Why?
I'll do it, ne?
Yeah, try it.
I'll be like typing like with my teeth, like yeah. But I'll do it.
Shut up.
I'll see if you get along penduli.
Then you move on. Guys. Move on. And also try not to see it as personal. It's never really. I think things are not really personal. You didn't do anything to your personally.
No.
Yeah. Question, like, what's wrong with us as black people? When are black people going to stick together?
When we're all rich. If someone gives me money, I think we'll all get along.
We'll be fine.
Because you attract who you are, and if we all have money,
when we wouldn't
together, all have problems.
Is that what you think?
Okay, but I think the main thing is we're all trying to get the bag. I'm getting my bag, because you see how celebrities like on Instagram. No, I'm getting my bag. Like, it's all about the bag. Everything's about the bag. Like, what bag do you have? I wonder if you want to get to someone. Where's your coin?
What's a bag?
Where's your coin? I'm making coin. Where's your bag? Give me the receipts. Yeah, well, it's all about that.
What's a bag?
Bag, money. Bag.
Oh, chelet.
I'm getting my bag. It's like I'm getting my I'm getting my check. I'm getting the bag.
Give me my check. Yeah. Is it? I'm getting mine.
I think if we all had money, we'd probably get along.
Yeah, it's
better than what we're doing right now.
Better than what we're doing now.
Because we're all fighting to like just be like something, make something.
Do you believe in this entire scarcity mindset? There's only a limited amount that anyone can get. Because that's what the basics of economics is. Basic theory of economics is scarcity.
But does it not just automatically work out that way? We're not all going to be rich. We're not all going to be poor. We're not all, like, there is going to be, like, a limit to it. But does it not just all work out that way?
I don't know.
Like, we can't all be a Donald Trump and it.
But I don't think everyone wants to be a Donald Trump. I don't think everyone wants to be a Donald Trump. Seriously.
Money-wise or like
just money-wise. I I'm not even sure Donald Trump's the right example. Let's say Jeff Bezos. Not everyone can be a Jeff Bezos. He's like, guy made $13 billion in one day. When I saw that, I'm like, ah.
You wanted to die.
No, I didn't want to die. I was like, I need to do something with my life.
Attention headache.
You know when you just get tired doing something?
Yeah.
I got tired of I can't even count $13 billion.
Yeah.
How does $13 billion work?
I don't know.
You give me $13 billion now, cash. I'm losing my mind.
No, I'm checking myself into hospital. I'm checking myself in. I'm like, niggas, put me on a drip for 3 weeks.
I need to sit and think.
No,
and try to understand what just happened. What just actually happened.
I'm checking myself into a
if
mental
I
institute.
open up my bag at 13
mental
billion
institute. That's where I'll be. That's the first place I'll go to.
What the heck?
First place I'll go to.
He's an amazing character.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos is an amazing character. Wow. But like my point is like not everyone wants to be a Jeff Bezos. Not everyone wants $1 billion.
But everyone wants money. We all have one goal.
Everyone wants to be comfortable.
Yeah.
And if you're comfortable, well, the only way to be comfortable is to be rich to a certain extent. Now there's different levels. Some people like their value is like I want to accumulate as much money as possible. That's fine. Others not so much. Other people
others want to keep on pushing boundaries.
Keep on pushing boundaries. Elon Musk is pushing boundaries. Jeff Bezos is pushing boundaries. Patrice Motsepe is pushing boundaries.
Yeah.
Hey Patrice, thanks for rain, man. Thank you very much for rain, man.
Free advertising.
5G, baby.
Free
5G.
advertising.
I'm loving it. He's breaking boundaries, and the other people who are quiet in the background. Some people want to be famous. Some people want to be celebrities.
Some people want
to be quietly rich.
Yep.
I fell over my chair this other time. I was looking at who the richest authors in the world are. Like
Who is that? J.K. Rowling?
No, she's not. She's not even the richest. She's second actually. Okay. And then there's a guy called James Patterson.
I think I've heard. Oh my! Oh man! Of course you'd be ready. I feel nothing.
No, but his style of writing, my chapters are generally short. That's I took that style from him because what that does is it gives the reader the not the illusion, the feeling that they've accomplished, and it gives a feeling of progress. So once you feel that you progress, I've already finished this chapter. I can do another one and another one, and the next thing you finish the book already. So I was like, I've looked up to James, but I've loved his work. He's a thriller author.
Thriller?
Yeah, thrillers. I'm like I just love when you finish all his stuff.
Really?
First to Die, Alex Cross series. I've got 2 of his book shots. And this guy's quiet. He's not a celebrity. He writes. He puts a system together. He has groups of and teams of writers that are system. He makes $94 million a year. Keeps on $94 million. Can you count $94 million as an author?
I can't even write it. Like the number, like 94. How many zeros are there? Oh yeah.
It knocked you out. Mama said knock you out. Ha! No, so $94 million a year. So he's not a celebrity at all. But the richest author,
because nobody knows about him.
People know about him, but he just chooses not to like.
Nobody's celebrating him then.
As much in the world of authors, he's very much celebrated in that circle.
Then he's a celebrity.
Yeah, but then he doesn't
like
have,
a normal person.
Flashy.
A normal person doesn't know James Patterson.
We don't know.
Trust and
believe. We don't know. I think I should go there. I'm like, you know James Patterson. James who?
Exactly.
I know James Bond.
Yeah, exactly.
I know James Nkosi.
No.
I love it to have fun. It's just she's a French lady. She's a French lady. $1.3 billion net worth as an author.
Wow.
In France, I had never heard of her before. I'm like, that's quietly rich.
Yeah,
that's quietly rich, and there are people out there who are quietly wealthy. You never know.
And they have peace. They have peace of mind.
They have peace of mind. Okay. They're raising their family. They're running their businesses. They've got castles in Scotland. Castles. I want a castle in Scotland.
Not even a proper castle.
It's a castle.
A whole castle.
That's a castle. Like when
it's just 3 million house.
Not even 1 bedroom.
I live in a penthouse.
A 1 bedroom penthouse.
Oh, nigga.
Like they've got like huge gates that open, and then you've got a bridge that opens as well, and then you've got to like drive as if you're meandering around.
Wow.
It's just an adventure to get into the house, and then when you enter the house,
castle, not a house.
It's a castle.
Hey, wait, now how's the castle?
The castle.
Bananas and apples.
Wow, like those are people. That's the type of life that I want. A castle, or a cabin somewhere where a lot of people know about you. So, the point is that not everyone wants a certain lifestyle. Some people are comfortable. For example, knew a girl who got 9 A's. She went to Wordsworth. She got like 9 A's.
I
can't remember her name. Okay. She got 9 A's, and you could be a churro scientist. You could be. It's like no, I want to be a teacher. Finished.
Beautiful.
Finished. But then I'm like, I want to be a teacher. What about money? I'll be fine. I want to be a teacher.
Hey.
As long as I've got the money to make sure that I'm comfortable, I will live my life. And now that's a successful person to me. I look at that, that's a successful person who can just, I want to be a teacher. Everyone's telling me, you should be a doctor, all these things.
Like you should be a pastor. Whoa.
Whoa, for what?
Whoa, pastor.
I'll be asking for money for a private jet. I want a private jet. What do you do with a private jet to spread the word? What?
Njabulo James goes, he buys a private jet.
It is now landing in... There's a Twitter fetish me. No, definitely not. I mean, just living your life on your own terms. I don't want anyone to dictate how your life should be. I don't think anyone has a right to dictate how your life should be.
Nobody should have control over your life or what you decide.
Yeah. Who's your favorite media personality?
Damn it.
Damn it. Who's that?
No, I'm thinking. There's so many! Oh my god! In terms of what? I think a lot of media personalities.
One of the things I want to talk about, but I saw we've gone for 2.5. Yeah. That was a 2.5-hour recording.
Is that the longest?
Huh? No, the longest was 2 hours 45.
That's close.
Yeah, I told you. You're like, oh no, I'm shy. I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm like, watch. Like, who's it? Like in terms of singing, we were going to take out Beyonce.
Look,
we've already spoken about Beyonce.
I'm finding that in music, as I grow older, I'm more open to listening to other sounds, not just gospel. In as much as we grew up with gospel and gospel is entrenched in us. But as I grow older, I'm like, there's actually some pretty damn good singers out there. Because as a singer, there are certain things that I look for in music that trigger certain emotions or trigger certain things or whatever. So obviously, Abu Kirk Franklin, they're like my number ones in terms of like your Kirk, your Marvin Sapp. I love Marley music. He's so amazing. But now I'm starting to lean towards Jnr Account. I've always liked Lauryn Hill. I'm starting to lean towards Alex Isley, like weird people, like really, really weird people.
Tom Mish.
But I love, not so much.
Blasphemy.
But
Tom.
Yeah, Tom must come by me.
He was good. Yeah, I was here for Music is King.
Is it?
Last year in December. I didn't know who Tom Mish was until that day. I'm like, this guy's quite good, eh? Tom Mish, how did I live my life without you?
Like, where have you been?
Yeah.
So it's just those people. I mean, Beyonce's obviously she's like problem.
Yeah.
But like
Aretha
the
Franklin.
weird people, Erykah Badu, like Miguel, like really just Corinne. It's the weird people that
with Corinne, I saw her DSTV
She's
Delicious.
also very quiet.
She's very quiet.
Corinne Bailey, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like I was there. I was like, okay, I want to see what this is about. I was at DSTV.
Did you see how they did it this year?
Why did they do it?
They've segmented. So like the whole ground.
Yeah.
There's many little, like almost sitting. I don't know what you want to call it.
Yeah.
Where people sit inside, like it's a dinner table.
Yeah. Oh wow.
And you have DSTV Delicious. So there's many of them, like Maning, because of social distancing and whatever. So they literally have like little squares where people sit inside, maybe 2 or 3 at most, and everyone's just watching a stage or whatever.
Yeah.
That's how they do this.
Oh, is it? Okay.
And nobody knew about it. I'm like, why did they not tell us?
How, dog? I would have gone.
Yeah.
Would I? Yeah, I would have gone. So so with Corinne, like back in the days when the world was more normal than it currently is now, I was like, I'll be there. So just chilling and just listening to. And then like when she went into like her songs, like, and now she's warmed up. Now she's getting into it. I'm looking around her. I'm like, why are guys in their feelings? What's going on here? They're crying for just singing along to her songs.
Are you serious?
I'm like, this is peculiar.
Yeah.
This is very peculiar.
And you're just standing there weirdly.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm taking videos. I'm like, Corinne, yeah.
She's so calm.
Yeah, she's very calm.
She's so.
Yeah. Well, one time she looked at me and, what are you looking at? She looked at me. I'm like, I'm serious. I'm not just claiming here. Corinne knows me. She, I got on speed down now.
She
But like,
looked at you and 10 other guys, yeah.
no, but like
No,
obviously she makes eye contact. That's how good of a performer she is. But like when she made eye contact with me, I'm like, I don't know how to. I'm like, what do you? Big on. Like I make sure I'm not unattractive for today.
Yeah, of course.
But like, you know, she's good. And then I find myself like, because for me, I used to be like, okay, just purely from a female perspective, just purely on Beyonce. And then as I grew and evolved, I started like, let me be open. Let me just grow and listen to other genres. Then
I listen to rap.
Sade.
I'm not a fan of Sade.
No,
I haven't given a chance.
Yeah, so
I think I haven't given them a chance.
Solange.
I love Solange.
She's good. Like she carved out her own lane.
Her own little
niche, and then like there's the thing: if you're able to carve out a niche, people who are loyal to you are loyal to that death. Yes. Like Manchester United supporters, like
and they can separate. This is Beyonce.
Yeah, and this is
Solange.
Two totally different people being successful in their own specific lane.
Yes.
I think that's an amazing thing. Yep. You listen to rap. Yeah,
I must admit. What's that song? No. I must admit.
Like
I listen.
Is that rap?
I listen. I don't know.
Rap?
I don't know.
Or is that mumble rap?
But I love J. Cole.
Yeah, J. Cole's he's amazing.
I like J. Cole. I don't like. I'm not yet into like, because I feel like it takes time for me to get into it. Like, because I need to first listen to the rap and then listen to the words and then try and link the words to the beat and the rhythm and the whatever and the bars. Because I don't know what bars were. I'm like, guys, what are bars? Why didn't I know what bars? Oh, you threw a bar. I'm like, what's a bar? What's a bars? Yeah, but anyway. So it takes time for me to kind of like get into it, because I need to listen to it a lot of times so my ear can get like used to, okay, this is rap, okay, so bakulma fast ne. So at first you can't hear them, you're like, you're like, what are you saying? And then as you carry on listening, you actually hear what words that they're saying, like, oh, this makes sense, oh, he's saying this because okay, now he's metaphorically saying, well, like, and then you build this puzzle. You like just build it, like, okay, now I understand why people are so crazy about Jay-Z and why they're so crazy about
the rhymes and the internal rhymes, the double entendres and the references,
and
like, it the rap flowing into another one. The rhyme starts,
and then I watched Rhythm and Flow on Netflix.
That's
then
good,
I was like,
oh, that's why.
Oh, yeah, one again.
I never
used to connect the dots.
Because
I would have never watched that.
Yeah.
If Umuntu that was that's into rap didn't tell me, just watch it.
Yeah.
Things will start making sense for you if you just watch that thing.
I didn't think. For me, I remember asking someone like, why do people like Andre 3000? Like, what's his vibe?
I just like one song, yeah.
What? Hey, yeah.
Prototype.
I still like the song. No, I was like, what's this little thing of Andre 3000?
I've never listened to his.
I don't know what's it about. Then I watched this this video on Vox. It's a YouTube video on the channel Vox, where they break down rappers and rap the best rappers and like how it is that they do it. Like they will explain to you what a bar is. Yeah. So there, I'll send you a link. I'm a millennial. I'll send you a link. I'll send you a link.
Please send me the link.
That's the thing. Send me a link.
Yeah. What is it about? Send me a link. Yeah.
Jeez, like, oh, my kidneys hurt. What's wrong? I'll send you a link. Like, what is
telling you the symptoms of why your kidneys might be sore.
And you don't know. Like, the worst thing for you to do if you've got symptoms is going to Google, what's wrong with me? Google will tell you you're dying, essentially.
But Google's good, yes.
Yeah, well,
in terms of like, just like, for example, if you've got a child and you're like, my child is bedwetting.
Yeah.
What could be the cause? They actually give you proper reasons. Because when you go to the doctor, then they give you the same reasons.
But there's some, when you get some searches, they'll tell you you're basically dying.
Okay,
you've never experienced that. Okay, you probably only stopped on the first page of Google, which is what every saying thing does.
I mean,
go to the second page.
People are paying just to be on the first page, because we don't all go to the next pages.
No, I don't.
We just first.
So it breaks down how raps are, because like some rhyme schemes are AA, BB. And then now you go to like Biggie and Rakim, Immortal Technique, and those guys. They'll rhyme multiple times in a single line, and then that rhyme will carry on to the next one and to the next one. I'm like, it's amazing,
beautiful.
It is absolutely fantastic. I think that's where we should leave our eye takes. What do you think?
My phone is ringing.
Ah, that's why I think.
Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal.
I'm gonna show you how great I am.